type shit.
Stop playing with me, Drake.
DJ K.
Come on, I'm doing dumb shit. Fuck all that young shit. I'm cool with dumb shit. Type shit. Activities. I'm doing dumb shit. Fuck all that young shit. I'm cool with dumb shit. Type shit. Activities. Posted up on the island with a bitch. They call me cause I ain't on that dumb shit. Yeah, I'm rich, but act broke with a bitch. Duval day, I really do it for the kids. Getting checks, never gotta work a job. No Viagra, dick still get hard. I can make your auntie swipe a credit card. OG in the game, realest that you ever. Aunties get down on the floor. Show these poor ass hoes how it go. Back it up like Freak Week 94. Is she under 24? It's a no. Come on, I'm doing dumb shit. Fuck all that young shit. I'm cool with dumb shit. Type shit. Activities. I'm doing dumb shit. Fuck all that young shit. I'm cool with dumb shit. Type shit.
My bad. The mic wasn't on, so I'ma say it again. What's good, nieces and nephews? Welcome back to Insomniac Theater with your boy Unc B streaming for all the no sleep gang. Starting this one a little earlier than normal because I kind of want to do some stuff tonight. I want to watch some movies, chill out. So and I got audiobooks. But I'm up and I'm gonna be up. And while we all up doing our thing, for all my night owls out there, salute to y'all, man. Listen, we gotta stick together. We are peoples, you understand? Regardless of your race, your gender, we some nocturnal ass niggas, and we need to stick together. We all know nocturnal people. They be those people be like, hey man, you watching any shows? What shows you watching now? What animes you watching? What you reading? What you listening to? That's our fellow nocturnal people trying to find something to do. They asking you what you doing so they can have something to do when they ass up and can't sleep. And we got to look out for each other. You know what I'm saying? Point each other in directions to activities and shit that we can fucking deal with in the middle of the goddamn night. So yeah, nocturnal people, all my fellow insomniacs, we got each other back. Got your back. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why y'all be up. Sometimes, like you say, you work the the graveyard shift. You just can't sleep like you getting off work right now. You driving on the road on the highway. But you a trucker. You just never know. But see, he out there in Texas. So I know he nocturnal because I'm in Texas too. I'm in Dallas. And it's 1 a.m. here. And we wide the fuck awake. Oh man. So before I get to the show, though, as you see in the title for Insomniac Theater, it's called Men Are Checking Out and Dating Apps, Clubs Pay the Price. Men are checking out and dating apps and clubs pay the price. I'm not just going to talk on that. I'm going to be back and forth in between other shit, kind of all over the place. But that's like how I like to do it, because I be on one. So just bear with me and keep up. But if you can't keep up, you can always just hit the replay or back it up and watch it again. But let's get this admin stuff out the way, though, because it's important for the channel. So we're going to get the admin stuff out the way and then get to the show.
What's up, nieces and nephews? Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and please share.
If you want to support, hit up my Cash App at $UncBeStreaming. Any donation will be greatly appreciated. Thanks in advance.
Shout out to all my people checking me out on Rumble. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and please share. Show some love, y'all.
Okay, we got that done. Now we good to go. So I'm gonna be talking about all kind of things, you know, as long as I got time that I want to deal with this stuff before I want to go do some other shit. But as you see in the title, men are checking out and dating apps and club play the price. But before we get to all that stuff, you know, I'm just gonna talk. I'm gonna yap it up a little bit and tell you about the good old days. So, you know, I was born in 1978. I know, geriatric. I was born in 1978, and I was a young man, teenager in the 90s. I first started going out to clubs and stuff in the early 2000s, like 2001. And even to this day, I still step outside occasionally to go do a little something. Like I might go do some day partying this weekend because, you know, and check out the Super Bowl and do some Super Bowl watch parties. But I've seen the club scene evolve and change from the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s to now. Well over 20 years, I've seen the evolution of the club. And a lot of people think of clubs, you know, places to dance, places to meet women and all that, hang with your friends, and all that's true, right? But we got to remember, there's a group of people out there that see clubs as something totally different. And those people are the club owners. See, to the club owners, the club ain't none of that shit we listed. To them, the club is a goddamn business. What's up? Oh, man. Nehemiah Moore. I'm pretty sure I tore that name up. But yeah, to the club owners, the club is a fucking business. It's a business that they want to thrive, they want to win, and they want to invest in. But have y'all ever heard the phrase, all money ain't good money? That statement is extremely, extremely true. All money ain't good money. And the club owners made some terrible mistakes throughout the years, which got them in the predicament they're in. See, it's several factors to the predicament the club being in the predicament that it's in. And by the predicament that I mean by the club is that men ain't really going to the club no more. And that's a major problem for the club owners. because in clubs, men spend the most money. Men buy themselves drinks and they buy ladies drinks. Most women only buy their own drinks when they ain't got no choice, and those are usually the ugly ones. So men checking out of the club has greatly affected the club owners in the nightlife, in that club ecosystem of money that brings tax dollars into the city and all that. Why are men checking out the club? Several factors. Some of those factors are actually 100% on the club owners. And one of those is back in the day, people used to go to the club to dance, be up on girls, talk, kick it, dance. They had dance floors though. You showed what you was working with by your dancing. You don't even have to be the best looking, the best dressed, but if you can dance, you was gonna garner some attention. But out of the greed for money, the club owners started making the dance floor smaller and added this thing called sections. At first, sections wasn't that bad because it wasn't that many, right? But as time progressed, the club started getting more and more sections. They was using any available space. If they couldn't put a section there with the couches and love seats and shit, they was gonna put some little tables there and sit hookahs on the top and put them all in the middle of the club. What's going on, Puma? How you doing? So if they couldn't, like I say, if they couldn't put the couch love sheet section area, they're just gonna put the section with, they're gonna just take a little tabletop section. And there's no dance floor. And what did I say? Men come to the floor to dance, meet girls, dance with girls, that connection, that magic that dancing makes. But since the club owner saw that, hey, we can like charge people $150, $250, $300 for this section, get them one bottle of bottom shelf liquor that really costs $25 in the store, and bam, that's so much money we get for that night. And it was like shit. And then as time progressed, like fuck one section, let's make two sections, three sections, four sections, sections for everybody. To the club down there, 80% section, 10% bar, and 10% dance floor. Does that even sound like fun? Does that even sound like a good time? Everybody's sitting around, and the people that ain't sitting around only got enough room to stand around. They get a lot of money because often when the people pay the $250, $350, $500, depending where you at in the section, but depending where you at, it's different prices. I mean, they got sections in Vegas for up to $3,000, $6,000 and stuff like that. Even $10,000 sections, believe it or not. But most of the smaller section as regular people can afford, about $350, $375. It comes with one bottle. But the thing is, after that, these dudes also order additional bottles. If the one bottle, the first bottle might be tequila, then they get a bottle of brown for the people that like the brown, right? The Hennessy and stuff. And those bottles be like still, so you get the section for $350 or $400, whatever. It comes with one bottle, but you need additional bottles. And each one of those bottles gonna cost $250, $350, $375, $400 each. I seen people with tables, they don't order 3 different bottles of liquor. So that one section probably, they spend probably like $1,200, $1,300 easily. And in that club, you got several sections. And you got the regular people buying drinks and stuff too. And then you do this every Friday and Saturday. And sometimes on Sunday for a day party. They making a pretty bag. And the reason why is that their product don't even expire. Like liquor, you can sell a bottle of liquor until it's gone. You could buy one little bullshit bottle of tequila and fuck around and make a couple $100 off of it. Because you're charging motherfuckers $11 a shot. The bottle itself didn't cost you number $20-something. And out of that, you charge $11 a shot, but out of that bottle, you can get like 30 shots out of it. 30 times 11. Whatever that is, right? Minus the $25 you pay for the shot. That's a hell of a motherfucking profit.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
So I get why the club owners saw the money signs when they saw that sections could be a thing. I'm telling you, that once was the point clubs did not have sections, especially the hip hop urban clubs. It was all dance floor. And but they overdid it. And they made the club not enjoyable. And they made the club not enjoyable for men that have money. They have enough money to buy drinks in the club all night, but they ain't got enough to get them expensive ass sections. And once they made the club a thing where if you ain't willing to spend $600, $700, $800, $900 in a night in a section, you weren't gonna get no hoes. You weren't gonna get no attention. You was gonna be a background character in someone else's movie if you weren't willing to get this fucking section. Or if you can't afford to get this section. And a lot of guys said bump that, and that made the club less appealing. And again, when men stop going to the clubs lose money. Because most clubs don't even have women pay to get in. No. Which let me add, I'm 100% cool with. I prefer it that way. Good old ladies night. Ladies getting in free all night. When you go there, you know it's going to be a bunch of ladies in there. So I'm okay with clubs not having women pay to get in. But that gets problematic for the club owners when dudes stop going. When less and less dudes see the club as a worthwhile endeavor. They're like, yo, I ain't finna pay no $500 for no section. So I will go normally, but when I go, I ain't getting no fucking attention or looked at or even noticed because I ain't got no section. So the club owners getting their money, but they fucking ostracizing a big percent of their consumer base, which is regular dudes that ain't finna buy no fucking $500 section. And that was the beginning of the downfall of the club scene. And they reeking what they sold now. Now, I done gave my bootleg version of what's going on. But let's watch a couple of content creators. We got a guy,
for probably months.
Justin J, sorry, that compiled some videos together and some data pretty much on this whole club thing and what's going on. And we're gonna check it out and see what he's talking about. So let's pull up, the theater screen real quick, because this is Insomniac Theater. Let's get this movie going. Kick back with Unc. Pull out your popcorn and do what you're doing tonight, because it's no sleep game. So we're gonna pull this up and the video's titled "Clubs Are Going Broke. Men left the scene and women are losing it." Now you might ask yourself, why would women be losing it if men left the club? Because who you think bought most of their drinks? Whose sections you think they were in? Without not enough men in the club, they might have to buy the less attractive ones in trouble. When men start checking out the club, the less attractive women got in trouble. Because it's still gonna be some men that go to the club. But the moment it's more women in the club than men, that's when shit get real competitive. Cause it's like, let's say a dude go in the club. Let's say you go in the club. It's a little small one. It's like 50 women in there and only 20 dudes. Those 20 dudes want to buy a woman a drink that night, so they can small talk, see what's going on, break the ice, whatever. What is it? Let me buy you a drink. Ooh, shorty. Let me tell. So you try to, do your little thing. I suggest, if you can avoid just walking up and talk, I suggest approaching a woman that already got a drink that's half full. Approach a woman with a half full drink, and you don't have to buy her a drink. But if she talks to you long enough and give you conversation, by the time she done with that half full drink, that's when you be like, you want another one? Because she earned that drink by, entertaining you and giving that conversation. So approach a women when they only got about half their drink left, start the conversation, and reward good behavior at the end of it with another drink, and continue the conversation and take it from there. And you're probably in there, to be honest, after that. But yeah, let's check out this video again. It's on Justin J, JOSTENJ. Please subscribe to his channel. Video's titled "Clubs Are Going Broke. Men left the scene and women are losing it." And like I was saying, I think they'll lose it because it makes shit way more competitive than they prefer.
Is clubbing dead everywhere? Like, is it just LA? Because no one goes clubbing anymore. Like, no one even wants to go out. None of my friends have been to the club. I haven't been to a club in months. What happened to clubbing?
And I don't think we should have to pay the cover at clubs until we get to see what it looks like inside. Because some of these clubs will really try you. Like, they will charge you, okay? Whole time, there's no one in there. It's dead. Like, it's empty enough for everyone to be social distancing.
Do you guys buy girls drinks at the club?
I have before, but I told myself I wasn't gonna do it no more.
Why'd you stop?
Because there's girls out here that just be trying to just leech off other guys and shit. So I realized that and I just stopped. You just realize that, over time, they're just trying to get a free drink at the end of the day. And I'm just not trying to give up free money for no reason, There has to be an end result for something that I'm giving up.
There has to be a return.
Yeah.
What would you say is like a good enough
return?
Return, yeah.
A next date, like a proper next date to get to know you. I'm not buying you a drink just for you to end up taking that shot or taking that drink and just going home and continuing on with your day.
Shit, they have so much money, men used to send bottles to your table without even coming up to talk to you. They just be like, "Oh, enjoy, pa. Tómate esa botella."
She ain't lying, but what she just said is some more goofy shit that's part of the problem. That's one of the times where men that help create the problem that they have that they complaining about. Just sending bottles over to girls at the table just for existing. And then you doing that goofy shit. Now you done set a precedent that don't work, that most men can't keep up with. So you done fucked up the ecosystem with that goofy behavior because you trying to cake.
No more, honey. Not even a hookah refill.
What's good, guys? It's your boy Justin J coming to you with another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right. Clubs are going broke. Men left the scene and women are losing it. So I told you guys, I'm gonna keep speaking on this. We're supposed to be the broke ones. You know, if we want to, we will. They can do everything by themselves. They don't need us for anything. Why is everybody complaining? Men don't want to go out clubbing anymore. Men don't want to give women free attention anymore. They don't want to buy free drinks anymore. There's something wrong with us. But I thought we were the dusties, the broke ones, the ones that needed help and needed saving. We can't be real men. Why is everyone complaining? See, women don't need men, but men are the sources of their free attention. But when you pull the plug on that, they're going crazy. Roll the clip.
I love to be the one to say it. Club culture dying is a huge reflection on how prominent the DL community actually is. Let's think about this for a second. That video that girl made, the viral video about how club culture is dying because
men don't want to go to the club, pay their own way to get in, get inside, buy themselves drinks, and then buy their goofy ass drinks. That man got to be part of some kind of down low culture shit.
What the hell?
So because a man don't want to go to the club and pay $15 for a shot of Don Julio Reposado and another $7 for a fucking can of Dos Equis, and if you're hanging with a girl, do that times 2. Because by the way, out here just in Dallas, you get a shot of tequila and a beer to chase it with. Your ass is out of like $23, $24. You with a girl, you do that. That's 50, damn near 50. So because he don't want to come buy you an $18 fruity ass drink, because he don't want to pay insane club prices, so he'd rather stay at home and do something wise with his money. He part of some kind of DL community. This is what I call slick begging. When they want you to do something for them, and no, we're gonna take that back. I call this shit dry begging. Well, her begging ain't even that dry. It's kind of wet because it's too obvious. But this how they do when they pretty much begging, want you to do something, but want to shame you into it. Men ain't spending enough money in the club no more. So we gonna come with the genius idea to say they not doing it because they down low. And after we insult them, they gonna be like, no, I finna spend my money on you and show you that I'm not down low. Do you see how insane that sounds? I'm gonna insult you to get you to prove to me that I was wrong for insulting you, and I'm gonna spend my money to do it. These women have never heard you get more you get more bees with honey than vinegar. You get more bees with honey than vinegar. This whole insult you to get you to do something for me tactic is really fucking delayed. It's restarted. I'm gonna keep it YouTube friendly. It's restarted as hell. But we're gonna let her cook though.
is a huge reflection on how
Roll the clip.
I love to be the one to say it. Club culture dying is a huge reflection on how prominent the DL community actually is. Let's think about this for a second. That video that girl made, the viral video about how club culture is dying because guys want to be the girls now. Because men are so concerned being the center of attention. Basically, everything used to be about the woman. And why are men okay with this shift in priority? And why has the priorities shifted in general? I think it could be for a couple things. One, I do think some men actually just like to flex on other men. And it's kind of like a big dick swinging contest. But that also used to include who would have the most women in their section and who would have the most beautiful women. That's not even something a lot of men are even checking for anymore. And it's
Begging the Stallion.
No.
Straight begging and pocket watching. Get your own sex and broke ass little girl.
Boom, Bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow.
That's fucking wild. Get your own shit with your little broke ass.
It's because they don't like us. They really don't care about the women. They never did. And the fact that a lot of men are not caring about the fact that their sections are just filled with men should be very telling as to how they actually feel. Because a lot of men's dream come true, and that's why it's not changing. I do think there are two scenarios. One, the ego trumps your desire for women so much to the point where you're willing to be sharing a bottle with 20 other dudes to feel important and to feel like you're in a space of importance, opposed to actually prioritizing being around women. And they want to feel important so bad to the point
women don't even like women. Women don't like being around each other. If it ain't time to fuck or about fucking, we really don't give a fuck about y'all company. And that's what she confused. Why these men not prioritizing just being around women and being around women, and nobody just really want to be around y'all. We want to be around y'all just long enough to get a fucking nizzut, and get gizone.
where they're all fighting to get one Instagram story of one bottle that they didn't fucking pay for, or they're just DL, or they dislike men.
It's so funny that when they don't have access to mislead dudes and use guys, it's just all of a sudden something's wrong. I'm gonna play this next clip and then let's talk about it.
Reason why clubbing sucks is because of rampant misogyny and red pill. And until you get those two things under control, it's always going to continue to suck. The demise of club culture is just a symptom of a bigger cultural issue, and it is red pill. You want to make clubbing fun again, it needs to revolve around women. Women need to be prioritized, and misogyny makes it so that's impossible.
See, it's always the red pill's fault. It's the manosphere's fault for helping guys understand where they're actually at, their actual value. That's a problem. The manosphere and the red pill and all of this stuff is the problem, because if guys are listening to this, guys are having some sense of self-worth and they actually understand their value, they bring something to the table. So we can't use them anymore. Let's kick and scream. Why do you think they're trying to silence this stuff? Men are not putting money back into the system. Men are not putting money back into the pot to be taken advantage of. Remember, with women, it's gimme, 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 gimme. Me, I. Not what can I do for you, sir. So when that stops, nothing good comes of it for them. I'm going to always speak about this. If we're supposed to be so broke, why do you always need us to foot the bill? Why do you always need from us? Why are you not willing to put into a man? Oh, it's the red pill's fault, because all of these dudes understand now. We can't get over on them. That's all they're really saying. And it's to the point where women don't even like when men celebrate each other. We're sassy. We want to spend money on our boys, but not spend money on them. See, once again, it always goes back to money. But here's the
straight pocket watching. Don't worry about what the fuck I spend my money on. If I want to go buy 5 of my homeboys some Jordans, bitch, and not give you a penny, guess what? My 5 homeboys got Jordans because they ride real niggas and we ride or fucking die. That don't mean I want to fuck them or do nothing with them. But you can say that goofy shit anyway. But what I'm still not gonna do is buy your bitch ass nothing. Goddamn sign language, shaming, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. Man, it's 2026. Is y'all still falling for sign language? If you tell a bitch no and she call you sassy for telling her no, you supposed to say so and walk off with your goddamn money. You gotta be a special kind of restarted if you let somebody dictate how you spend your money and emotionally manipulate you to spend your money the way they want through some fucking shaming tactics. You need your goddamn ass kicked if you fall for that kind of shit. Yo, before we get back to the show though, I gotta do something real quick, some admin shit.
What's up, nieces and nephews? Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and please share.
If you want to support, hit up my Cash App at $UNCB Streaming. Any donation will be greatly appreciated. Thanks in advance.
Shout out to all my people checking me out on Rumble. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and please share. Show some love, y'all.
All right, back to it. So yeah, as you see, the ladies are very, very upset that the club scene is changing and men are finding other things to do with their time and money. But I'm kind of like what this guy said. They said we broke, and they said they don't need a man. So why they always so mad when we stop going places? We broke and you don't need us. So why the fuck you care where they at? Why? It makes no fucking sense.
Problem right here. Women don't want to see you happy ever as a man. They're even saying now, dudes want to impress other dudes and buy tables to be a...
What's up, 18th letter? 18th letter says, hell yeah, men are checking out. Women did this to themselves. They had no one else to blame. And that is a motherfucking fact. They have no one else to blame. And they definitely did it to themselves.
Nice.
Definitely did it to themselves. And you can't put the genie back in the bottle. When dudes start buying sections all the time and women start jumping on their tip like that, the dude that didn't want to spend and waste money on sections said, why am I even here? I'm over here dressed nice, fresh haircut, standing over here. I got money. I could buy you a drink. But 30 of y'all are where to go pile up in the section with 8 niggas. So I'm in this motherfucker buying these expensive overpriced club drinks, and because I ain't got no section, I'm getting looked at like a second-class citizen. So I might as well stay my ass at home. And if the women weren't flocking to the bottle dudes, them dudes wouldn't have that experience.
Around other dudes. You mean they're homies? What's the problem with guys having a guys' night out and just being amongst the boys and enjoying each other's company? They always want the light shining on them. They want to dim your light. They want you to dim your light to shine the light on them. What's the problem with men celebrating themselves? Because honestly, when you go out and club, it should be because, if anything, you just accomplished something. A new achievement under your belt. Just signed a new deal. Just closed on your house. You want to go out with your boys and not get too drunk, but you want to celebrate. Women want to celebrate nothing. Every day is their birthday. These are the true narcissists. They have a birthday month. We don't operate like that as men. But I want to roll these clips because it's going to expose how women never want to see dudes celebrating themselves or being happy.
I'm going to tell you why the club scene is over. The club scene is over because men want to be women. And when I say men want to be women, they want to cut the line. They want to go in with the promoter. They don't want to buy their drinks. They don't want to buy their bottle. They put on their best fit to impress other men. They're at this club to see this performer, to get a video that they were there and then talk about it for months that they know this performer. And half the time when these guys do buy sections, they're standing on the couch. They don't even care about the girls in the club. They're not there to impress girls. They're
Come on now, dog.
Come on, man.
I don't if they even bring they straggly ass over there. Security. No, she ain't with us. She not with us. And that's why they hate sections right there. Because it makes them have to compete.
Boom, bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow.
Because the majority of them are gonna want a section in that section. But the problem is, it's only so many sections in a section. So it's survival of the finest out there. No. 18th letter says they don't even know anything about us as men. No, they don't. 18th, and most of them don't even care. They don't even care. Let me tell you something real quick before we finish reading this. Before we finish reading this, this super chat. This message. Let me tell you something. Listen, men know women way better than women know men. Men know women often better than they know themselves. And there's a logical reason for this. For a woman to get a man, she doesn't have to know or understand that man. Because in the game, men are the hunters and women are the prey. Right? We usually holler at, approach, and pursue them in most cases. So who you think needs to know more about who in that kind of scenario? The hunter or the prey? When you hunting deer or something, you got to be very knowledgeable of them. You got to know what time of year they come out, what they like to eat, what smells attract them, what time in the morning they usually be out, what time they not out, are they nocturnal. You just got to know stuff about them to properly hunt them. But the deer, it ain't got to know shit about me for me to hunt it. It just got to exist. I just need you to exist, and I'm going to hunt you because I'm a deer hunter. And that's how it is in the game. Women don't need to know nothing about men to get a man to have sexual interest in them. So they rarely develop that skill. They rarely exercise that muscle. And that's why they be so confused. But yeah. He says they don't even know anything about us men. They don't even know how to date. Even when they talk about relationships, they talk from a man's perspective. And it shows how selfish they are. That is a fact. They really don't have a perspective because they don't have any standards or guidelines because of something I call a great equalizer. And that's fucking money. Also, if a woman is attracted, whatever rules, their rules are too breakable. That's why you can't pay nothing women say any attention when they say what they like, they want, what they don't want, and all that. Because if he make a coochie moist enough, or he got enough money, or a combination of both, whatever rules and guidelines she laid out get tossed up and threw in the fucking fireplace, if something else is stimulated. Therefore, there ain't no really rules or guidelines if them shits is thin as a wet paper bag. But we're gonna get back to the video.
There to impress other men, to post on their Instagram story.
I will say one major reason why I feel like New York City club culture is dying is simply because the men want to be the baddie. The men are dancing behind the DJ booths. The men are not buying drinks. The men want to be approached. And now granted, this is not all men, but like majority of men now think they are.
Lies, cap. She said the men are not buying drinks. Yes, they are. Men spend the most on drinks in the club. They just not buying drinks for y'all. They buying drinks. They are buying drinks. Just not for y'all. And that's what's fucking going on.
The prize, so they step in these spaces and now they want to be that spectacle by other men and by women too. And so because of this, women are no longer just in this space for fun. Women can't go behind the DJ booths. Women have to focus on things like the music, like the technicalities of the experience, rather than just thriving in the experience itself. And I didn't even know how many women were actually paying to party. Personally,
she said at the club, women gotta focus on things like the music, as if that's some kind of punishment, a bad thing. What the fuck else you supposed to focus on? These motherfuckers, if they not the center of attention, if everybody ain't got their head up their ass, they really feel weird. They really get weird. And they want to always talk about the male fragile ego. Our egos are not fragile. Men egos can't be fragile because we get stumped on from the time we 3, 4, 5 years old. Nobody don't really give a fuck about what we care, what we think, what we feel is man. You can't the fragile ego niggas don't make it long. They end up deleted or in goddamn jail. The fragile ego men end up dead or in jail. So if they walking around here still thriving and strutting, their ego ain't fragile. Cause we stay getting fucking attacked in life. And nobody gives a fuck. And we had to fucking just accept that. Just to make it. You fall down, scrub your knee, you 5 years old. Stop that, boy. Boys don't cry. And you sitting there like, but this shit hurt. You a little kid like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? I done skinned my knee to the white meat. And this motherfucker telling me boys don't cry, as if that gonna do something about the motherfucking pain.
Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take? Give a nigga a break.
I ain't really had that problem. My grandma used to kiss all my boo-boos. I'm a grandma boy, but I understand how the world works, and I had witnessed this before, and I seen it happen to other people in my family. But now I was well loved.
if I have to pay, I'm not going. Where is the list?
And we have events like Metro Boomin's event, and the men wouldn't get off the stage. They want to be bad bitches so bad. It's so annoying. As a woman, we're not only in competition with other women, now we in competition with the men too. You pushing me to get next to the DJ in the stage? I'm going home.
And the point that I keep making about women are actually the broke ones, Women are actually noticing this. Women are actually noticing this, and they're bringing this to light because, see, when women work as bottle girls, when women work as, waitresses, they start to see like, yo, women don't even really tip that well. And it's not all women, but it's just exposing it. So not only are men waking up and saying, no, you must be the broke ones because you're always begging and asking for things. Now, women are even going against it, and they're saying this stuff too. Roll the clip.
Don't get me wrong, I'm all here for women. I am. But in the club scene, it's a different story. They already put money down for a bottle. I'm like, okay, cool. I sit them down. You guys want food? You guys want anything to drink at the moment? I give them waters with lemon. I'm taking care of them at this point. As I'm bringing out food and drinks and all that, I begin to realize these bitches are drunk off their f***ing ass. Second red flag. So they're about to pay for their bottle at this point. It took them forever just to pay for their bottle. They started complaining about the price because the birthday girl was confused. She's over here showing me text messages, stuff like that, like I was texting her. Girl, I do not have your number. I was not texting you at all. I did not book the section for you. She's showing me that she put 200 down, but I have to go in the messages and show her that you only put 100 down. My manager only took 100 off the bottle. Now she's going back and forth with me, getting irritated. I'm like, her friends have to calm her down. Like, please get your friend. Get your friend.
Let me just tell y'all this. 9 times out of 10, like 90% of the strip clubs that I've worked at, the girls are all broke. Like the girls that work there, usually they don't have no money surname until they go to...
Just the way she talk. I ain't saying she wrong at what she's saying, but the way she talk is literally like making me lose fucking brain cells.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
The way she just dragging the end of every word, like, and then she dragged the end of every goddamn word. I don't fucking know. It's just slow. Just slow. Ugh.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Oh, shit. I work that day and then they'll leave, go spend it, come back, make some more money, go spend it, and they won't have no money to their name. As crazy as it sounds, it's like true. And like it's crazy because like literally mostly all of them will post like if they make the most money, and like of course you can make a lot of money in a night and post it and brag about it, but it's like, what are you really doing with that money? A lot of them have like literally done nothing with the money except splurge it or just upgrade their living means when they can't really afford it. Like you upgraded your apartment before you put some money in the savings account. So it's just like a lot of girls go into this industry moving backwards, and that's why girls get stuck in it for so long. So if you're thinking about going into that, just make sure you save your money or like invest, because I'm telling you, not even joking, 90% of the girls I've met when I worked at these clubs are broke.
I am extremely frustrated being a full-time employed person living in Florida and not being able to afford to live. I have spent my whole fucking day off trying to find a, more affordable place to live, because I can't afford fucking $1,300 a month in rent, and then fucking a $650 car note, and then $300.
Why the fuck you got a $650 car note?
Oh my God!
Is it that you don't make enough money, or you just make badass decisions?
Oh my God! Wow!
I'm pretty sure she could have found some kind of car with a better note than that. I got a 2021 Honda Civic. I think it's 21 or 22. But my car note only $366. When I bought it, it had like under like 65,000 miles on it. It's a 2021 with like 65,000 miles. And Cardinal 366 works perfectly fine. It's amazing. Gets me everywhere I need to go. But some kind of way, whatever she wanted to ride in cost her $650. Was it because that's all she could get? Or she went and got what she wanted? And when you do what you want, you get what you want in all aspects. When you want to get what you want at the price of anything, you get them outcomes. But now it's all like, I could barely survive. You could survive if you made better decisions. The money, sometimes the amount of money you make ain't the problem, people. Sometimes it's your ass. Because there's motherfuckers out there that's making $60,000 a year and hollering about how it's not enough and they can't make it. I could get those same people $160,000 a year and their goofy asses would be in the same goddamn situation.
Boom, bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow.
Certain people, you get them more money, they're just gonna have more shit and more expensive shit and still be just as broke as they was in a fucking tween. You know I got to, man. I got to. Shit, can't put it nowhere else. Stomp them out like roaches.
And fucking insurance, and then you got utilities, and you know, it's just it's either I eat or I pay my bills, and then even then it's like, okay, well, which bill's gonna be fucking late this month?
She like, it's like either I eat or I pay my bills. Well, welcome to adulthood, you stanky, straggling.
5 letters. 1 word. Bitch.
Welcome to adulthood.
And I'm so fucking sick of it.
See, when we're talking about being broke, the thing with men is when you're frugal, when you're a minimalist, when you save your money, you have a plan. You understand that, you know, you could be up today, down tomorrow. See, we understand that. Women kind of spend as they go. Women make money and say, well, I'm here so I can spend this. Think about it. We got TJ Maxx, we got Marshalls, we got Home Goods, we got Ulta, we got Sephora, we got Victoria's Secret. We got all these places, all these candle places, Bed Bath & Beyond, all these places. Women are the major consumers in the market. We're not like that. I tell you guys all the time, if it doesn't benefit me, I don't buy things. I buy supplements. I buy things for my home gym. I buy things that benefit me. I buy things that fix my car. I buy things that benefit me, or I put it back into my business, which is me, the brand, Justin J. You are him, they are them, him gang. I pour back into my community, my brothers, with time and energy as well as money. Women don't do that. Women spend a bunch of money to make themselves feel a certain type of way. Men actually do things that make them feel a type of way. We go get things that make us feel a type of way. Has nothing to do with spending money. They're the major consumers. So even when you see a woman in a nice car, she ain't paid for that. She ain't paid for that flat out. She has not paid for that flat out. Has a high car payment. I have no car payment. Pretty sure there's a bunch of brothers out there, no car payment, and have multiple cars. Never forget that. They're credit rich, or you can consider it credit broke. Credit cards are funding all of this stuff. So when they're calling us broke, they're really the broke ones, trying to get this through to guys. So when you're feeling bad, like, oh, a woman's making it seem like I can't afford her. No, you can't afford a woman that's actually for you. If she wants to be high maintenance and all of this stuff, let her be like that. Because here's the thing, even with the clubbing thing, oh, men are broke because they want to share one bottle and they don't want to buy shots for us and they don't want to ask us if we want drinks. Why would a man do that and waste his time? This is not back in the day. See, men have adjusted. This is the problem right here. Men have adjusted Women haven't. Women are still stuck in the past. Men are waking up to what's actually.
That boy, that preacher. Preaching. Shout out to JM, man. Thanks for the tip, brother. It's greatly appreciated. I keep telling myself I was going to have some kind of little celebration thing. But all I got is...
Can't stop. Won't stop.
Oh, just give me my money. Just give me my money. Okay. Give me my money. Okay. Give me my money.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money.
Blow my ears out. I'm definitely gonna have to get a hearing test to figure something out about how I'm doing this to these speakers. I be getting a goddamn headache. Old boy up here cooking in his Himothy shirt, huh? But yeah, I don't know if I said it, but if I did say it again, thank you, JM. Appreciate it, brother. Salute to you. I need to get a shorter clap.
Going on. See, that's why they're frustrated, but they try to get in your head, making it seem like you're the one that's losing. Absolutely not. See, if you don't learn from what's happening, you're doomed to repeat things from the past. Men are actually adjusting their strategy. Men are actually adjusting how they do things. See, remember, this is why women don't like intelligent men. Intelligent men sit back, assess the situation, make their calculations, because we're deductive problem solvers. And we say, okay, moving left isn't what's best for me. It used to be, so now I need to go right. Women are saying, no, I'm going to go left. And I'm going to keep going left till left works, even though I know I should go right. This is why they're frustrated. Men ain't doing this clubbing stuff anymore. Overpriced alcohol. They play a bunch of music that you might not necessarily be into. You're just into the vibe of the night. And that's cool. Certain dudes still go out. They want to have fun with their boys. But when it comes to spending a bunch of money, nah, clubs are going broke. Clubs are going broke. There's nothing that you can't do amongst yourself with your boys. And you can still go out. But you don't need to go to some expensive club and pay some charge to get in, to get at women that aren't even worth it anyway. That's my next point. Women that you're going to meet and be around in the club aren't worth it anyway. And they can't even understand this. Roll the clip.
The other day, my guy friends were just like, yeah, I'd never date a bartender. It's like, what? They said bartenders are on the same level as strippers. And like, no hate, like, get your bag. Honestly, I don't care. But really, I feel like that's a little bit extreme. And honestly, I feel like men are just so insecure about the idea of other men looking at their like girlfriend. I used to be a bottle girl, and I had a boyfriend. Let me fucking tell you, he wasn't happy about that shit.
Man, at the end of the day, do what makes you happy, guys, but most importantly, do what saves money. Stack that bread up, get that bag up, get those achievements under your belt. Because it's so funny, the guys that they're complaining about, not going to the club or not wanting to be chivalrous. And this is the reason men are staying away from it and clubs are going broke. This is the results, but this is why it's happening, because men have time limits on things. They actually understand. Women don't think they have a time limit. For instance, I'm not saying that men can't have fun, but going clubbing, spending money willy-nilly, waking up the next day thinking, damn, I shouldn't have spent all that money. And damn, I ate like crap last night because I was drinking and I was drunk. Guys are realizing that that's over in your younger years. When you're older, it's time to get serious. See, this is why life really starts for men when they hit their 30s. Life starts for men when they hit their 30s. Guys, never feel bad that you're not in the position you want to be in right now. For all my younger guys, and even my guys that are in their early 30s especially, keep grinding. Keep grinding. You're going to get that bag up. You're going to make your parents or whoever you want to make proud. You're going to make them proud. But you have to have a goal and then work towards that. Not spending every night in the club, because as you can see, men are bossed up. Men are bossing up. That's why these clubs are going bankrupt and they're going broke. And women have a problem with it because they can't reap the benefits off of your wallet and your free attention. So this was why clubs are going broke, men left the scene, and women are losing it. Hope you guys got a lot out of this video.
Salute to Justin J. Justin J. Go follow his channel. How you spell it? J-U-S-T. I don't want to mess it up. J-O-S-T-E-N-J. All one word. Justin. I'm saying Justin. Think Justin J. Follow him over there. 89K subscribers. The brother doing good over there. Salute to him. He was cooking. And as you see, there's some problems in the nightlife, Sometimes, nightlife be the most thriving part of a city. Sometimes people come to your city for the nightlife. Nightlife dropping can, in some cases, greatly affect the economy of an area. And nobody wants that.
I'm going to tell you what.
Well, let's check out another perspective. A lady's perspective. And keep this unbiased. And let's see what they agree on, what they disagree on. See if it's just some actual facts to this shit or it's just gender-based. Her video is titled, "Nightclubs Are Going Broke Because Men Are Refusing to Go." Very similar to the title of the other guy. But this, again, let's see if they're on the same page.
Why the club scene is over. I'm going to tell you why the club scene is over. The club scene is over because men want to be women. And when I say men want to be women, they want to cut the line.
I went to the club recently for my friend's birthday, and I gotta say, I don't know how y'all do it. I don't ever go to the club, but he wanted to go, so I popped out for him. And that was the last time the club will ever see me. Paying anywhere from $20 to $50 just to get in, and then paying another $20 for a watered down drink just to stand around and listen to music that ain't even good. You can miss me with that.
Nightclubs are going broke and modern women have no idea what to do with themselves. We've got a video for you here today from Alpha Central. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get into it.
Clubbing.
I thought this was a lady ran channel, but it seemed like it's a dude or maybe an AI channel. I don't know, but let's see what Taylor the Fiend talking about.
Dead everywhere. Like, is it just LA? Because no one goes clubbing anymore. Like, no one even wants to go out. None of my friends have been to the club. I haven't been to a club in months. What happened to clubbing?
Clubbing is completely pointless. Terrible music, overpriced drinks, and countless women in their 30s who think that getting intoxicated and dancing around spastically is somehow a fun time.
You are broaching word right now. I just want to say that New York club culture, everyone's complaining about, oh my God, New York club culture is dead. Why is it dead? Why is it dead?
Why is she whispering like if somebody over here, they're going to steal her goddamn soul or something?
No.
She whispering like 50 Cent gonna jump off from behind her like, in the club. Bitch, what you say about the club? That was my hit. I just beat the bitch up. I don't fucking know. But she sound real scared. Jam said, them YNs see this shit for what it is. They not having it. That's a fact. Salute to these YNs. We give them a lot of hard times about some of their behavior and how they dress. But one thing they do, now the little rich rapper dudes, they be tricking. But the average YN, that boy don't trick. He don't trick. He ain't finna take no shit. And they out there playing the game raw. It's a certain age range, some of the softest, accepting, lovey-dovey niggas out there. And it's not these YNs. They done seen it all. They got exposed to some nature of women, some female nature real early. Now, it's always going to be some weak dudes out there. Some blimps. I don't want to say the other word because of Twitch. It's always going to be some blimps out there doing that blimp-ish. But overall, these YNs, I would think percentage-wise, it's more YNs that understand how the game work and ain't finna be no chump than it is dudes from fucking 32 and up. A lot of them kids is stuck on sucker. Stuck in sucker mode, for real.
It's because these musty, dusty bouncers that are these stupid, like Musica, sorry, they said for 2 girls, yeah? $150.
Is everyone well in the head?
Like, no.
Are we okay?
And then we said, oh, we hate ourselves, so we can do 40. They said, no, 50. There's no one here. There's no live watch.
Okay.
Right. That establishment, they said 50 each.
Since men have stopped going to the club, that means that ladies' nights, free cover charges, and simps buying them drinks have long since sailed. Now these women can experience the club life the way that men have by spending their own money to get ignored by the people around them. It's actually rather surprising to see that many people in a club, but to be fair, modern women are the very definition of insanity. They will keep going to clubs and doing the exact same thing and expecting every time to be different somehow.
You can't see that little stupid shit, so I'm gonna read it for you. It says, when there are no guys to pay for our drinks at the first club, so we have to move clubs. And let me tell you something, fellas. Respect yourself and respect your money. Because it's women like this in real life. This ain't no jokes. This is reality. Unc got 47 years experience in the game. And even though I've been married, I never stopped going out. Because I'm one of those people like, I'll stop doing something when I want to. I'm not going to stop doing something just because I'm with you. You either accept me for who I am or you can get to stepping. But I'm not going to change who I am. And you shouldn't do that because unless you really want to. You should only change who you are when you want to, not for no one else, because if you don't do it when you want to, it's not sustainable. So I definitely don't go out as much as I used to, but not for her sake, just because I don't want to, and therefore it's more sustainable. So, but yeah, it's women out here that pretty much will leave the house with, it be two chicks and they might got $10 between the two. No. They put on a $30 dress and some $19.99 heels, or sometime a $19.99 dress and some $9.99 heels from fucking Ross, and they go out and they ain't got fucking $5 combined, and they go to the club and they get in free, and they leave that motherfucker drunker than a person that came in there with $300 because dudes be on some bullshit and just buying them drinks. Do y'all niggas need to understand that you'll buy this girl a drink, she'll talk to you, you buy her another drink, some other nigga done bought her a drink, she done had 8 drinks that night, and she ain't gonna go home with none of y'all niggas.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
Nothing sucks more, fellas, than buying a girl drinks and she get all drunk and then she go home and give some other nigga some drunken love. Oh my God. She tell you, oh, I'm tired. I gotta go to work in the morning. I'm calling it a night. And before, when she sit in the car to crank her car up, she text that nigga that she fucking with, that her baby daddy, that nigga that wouldn't spend a penny on her. You don't spend $80 in drinks on the bitch. She'll leave your goofy ass and go text a nigga that wouldn't buy her a honey bun. And she be like, what you doing? You like, nothing, just playing mad. What you up to? I'm just leaving downtown. There wasn't really nothing going. I'm about to head back to the house. You want to come over? He like, yeah, I'll meet you there. And he come over there and she be drunk and sloppy off your drinks and get that nigga some drunk, nasty, toe curling, got balls wet sex off of your fucking alcohol. You done turned her into his freak. Don't be buying random hoes drinks, man. Don't be getting random hoes drunk. If it ain't your girl, don't buy her a drink, because all you finna send her back to the next nigga that she already fucking with. Probably got a man at the house, and she gonna come back with some drunk pussy and put it on this nigga, courtesy of your goofy ass. Oh my God. Don't be that guy.
They pretty much explained exactly why men have stopped going to clubs. These women go with the specific intention of conning men into buying them drinks. It's a complete waste of time.
The UK is losing 5 nightclubs per week. And sadly, this is another one right in the heart of the city of London. Huge rents on these places. I mean, look at the size of it right by St. Paul's. It would have cost tens of thousands of pounds per month to keep going. The place actually used to go all the way down there and down there. In fact, over 40% of nightclubs in the UK have closed since 2020.
People don't realize how desperately clubs need men in order to stay afloat. It was the men who were paying the fees and buying the drinks. Without the men, these clubs are completely worthless.
And the reason for it is because the younger generation just aren't going out as much. They're spending more time on social media and interacting with friends and family in more of a digital way. And also the younger generation just aren't drinking as much anymore. In fact, 26% of people aged 18 to 24 don't drink at all. And that figures up from 15% just 10 years ago. And it's going more and more in that direction as people become more health conscious.
It's actually a good sign that the younger generation don't want to drink to have a good time. The number of people who go out to binge drink and make unhealthy decisions over the years has been incredibly damn high. So good.
They not drinking because they doing other drugs. Let's not be naive about this. They smoking weed and they popping pills. So they not drinking less because they so greatly health conscious. They just found, another fucking dragon to chase. Another way to, feel good. But they definitely own some stuff.
For them.
So this is what New York clubs do. The club is filled up, not even, I'm being sarcastic. It's this many people in the spot, and they have lines like this. This goes around the corner. This is for Zeddy Will. They won't let anybody inside, having people to pay to get in to cut the line, and you go nowhere. And they're holding everybody up. There's literally open space.
Clubs have had to increase their rates at the door because people can't be bothered to go clubbing anymore, especially men. It's just a waste of time and money. Now women...
I hate that dirty tactic clubs do. Like I said, all the reasons why clubs are failing and struggling, it ain't just because of women behavior and how they move and how they act and how they choose in the club and all that kind of stuff. Club owners themselves are also part of the problem through their weird tactics. Tactics like what we just saw, making it look like it's a line to make people think the club cracking so they can raise the price. You see a line, it got to be lit in there. So when you get to the door, they like $30. You're like, well, fuck, it is lit in there. So yes, let's go, bro. And then you walk in there, it's only filled to 30% capacity. And you try and figure like, what the fuck? And that's when you realize it was never lit. They just made a line on purpose and made y'all pay lit club prices to an unlit club.
Boom, bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow.
And that's a very, very disingenuous motherfucking business tactic. But before we get back to the video, though.
What's up, nieces and nephews? Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and please share.
If you want to support, hit up my Cash App at $UNCB Streaming. Any donation would be greatly appreciated. Thanks in advance.
Shout out to all my people checking me out on Rumble. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and please share. Show some love, y'all.
Okay, we are back. Let's pull it back up, man. Let's see what they're talking about out here. Let me get it back on the movie screen and action.
And just wait in line and hope that bouncers will take pity on them.
This is a Zeddy Will event. This is what they do in New York. Want you to pay them $100 to get in.
$100?
What the hell?
$100?
No, God, please, no, 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 no.
That's crazy. $100 is wow. Then you get in there and that bitch fucking, like I said, 30% capacity. It's all kinds of space. You like, yo, they really fucking just kind of like put a pipe, I forgot what they call it when they do that. I don't know the phrase. I don't want to take all day, but it's something that, you know, beavers do it, and it's a military term where you want to fucking, let's say you wanted some people to come in through a certain door, so you situate things so that they have you kind of lead them that way. But I remember it at some point, but I can't remember what it's called. Fuck. You know what? Let's play the video. I'll think about it.
Just for this. Or else you wait on a line that goes around the corner.
I'm not trying to be nosy. I'm not trying to be nosy.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be nosy.
Yeah, Zeddy Will, you lost one with this one. Bye-bye.
I'm sure Zeddy Will is going to be absolutely heartbroken that some random woman is complaining about the $100 cover charge to get into the club. I'm sure they will become desperate for broke women to be filing their ranks once again.
So I'm old and I've lived in multiple cities, and I remember there was a time when you could literally get into the club like just because you were a girl. Promoters would come out onto the street.
They always begging for some free shit. Damn, they always begging and always want something free, not understanding that getting something free is not a fucking right. It's a privilege. It's a blessing. Fuck.
Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take? Give a nigga a break.
The sense of entitlement is kind of goddamn disgusting. And this is a good-looking chick. Nice body, pretty, smooth skin. But just like that, she made my dill pickle shrivel. Oh my God. That's why running her mouth, she made my dill pickles shrivel.
And look for girls, offer them bottles, offer them shots if they came into the club. Years ago, the guy at the door, he was telling me, I hate it when girls just come to the club and expect to get in for free. I don't care how pretty you are going to stand in line. I was like, oh my gosh.
The only reason why club promoters were able to get women to come into the clubs and offer them free booze was because that would entice.
Think they fucking exempt from standing in line? Think that's just like just a guarantee that you can skip lines? Everybody else in line, but you so special. This is the crazy thing about that. They fought for equality and want to always holler about equal pay, equal rights, equal this, but at the same time want special treatment because they are a woman. You can't get both, bitch. You want equal this. Equality means in all situations, not just in the ones that's convenient for you. That's why I believe equal rights get equal lefts. I ain't Ike Turner, but I will defend myself just like I defend myself from anybody. JM said it's that light skin privilege. You might be right, brother. She was acting real light skinned just then. She was shocked and appalled. She was aghast. She was pearl clutching.
Nice men to come into the clubs to meet women. Men aren't doing that anymore, so now women have to cover their overhead themselves.
Thinking to myself, where did I get the idea that girls go to the club and don't stand in line? Because I have this idea in my head that girls just don't stand in line at the club. It's because now that I've been seeing.
That's an idea you put in your head. Girls don't stand in line at the club because look at you. This woman is actually really pretty. But what she don't understand, the whole time she wasn't standing in line, ugly fat bitches was. Oh my God. But the problems with pretty girls like this is that a whole bunch of niggas are invisible to them, except for them niggas they want. And the only women that's visible to them is the women that look just as good as them or better. All the other women invisible. So why she say, I just have this thought in my mind that girls don't stand in line in the club. Every time she did still stand in line, it was about 80 other chicks that was standing in line. Every time she walked in the club and walked straight in or skip line, it was many girls sitting there looking like, what the fuck? Looking at her like, who she fucking, who did she sucking, why she getting in the club? She only had that idea that girls don't stand in line because she had that opportunity. Like JM said, light skin privilege. And a lot of people can't see outside their own situation. Just because you got it like that, just because you had it like that, don't make that the fucking standard of the norm, or even like the majority for sure.
All this discourse about club culture, it's because there was a time. It's like I forgot about it. It was so long ago, but there was a time when if you were a group of girls, you were definitely getting into the club for free. You were skipping the line because men bring the money and the men want to go where the girls are at, but
Men grew wise to the scam that is the modern nightclub, but why would any man want to pay to walk into an overpriced dance club that is overcrowded, pay for overpriced drinks, and get ignored by women who just want them for free stuff?
not anymore. The men want to go where the men are at, and they just don't need girls to have a good time anymore. Specifically, remember, there was a time you'd be standing in a line outside, and
No, we need girls to have a good time still. Men just not willing to fucking pay for that with women that give other guys the same good time for 100% free and pay for that when said good time ain't even guaranteed. Because you can pay money, spend section, get girls in your section, buy bottles, get them drinks all goddamn night, and never see that goddamn woman again. And like I said earlier, you done did all that goofy shit. She said thank you, gave you her IG, not her number, in a sideways hug, never to be seen again with your goofy ass. And you fell for it, brother.
the man at the door would like let all of the ladies come in and the men had to stand in line. That really happened. It's all coming back to me. But now it's gotten so bad on social media, the club, DJs, they will say, oh, we have this going on tonight, but just so you know, you will be standing in line. Okay.
Women like this grew too used to having everything handed to them on a silver platter, thinking that they were expected to have everything simply because they were women. Well, now they're going to get treated like men.
Edison, what happened? We don't see you at the club anymore. Oh my God, Edison, why aren't you at the club anymore? Oh my God, Edison, you don't want to come out with us to the club anymore? No, the boys are on the couches. The boys are on the couches.
Ma'am, the boys are on the couches because the boys pay for the couches.
Oh my God!
Who else supposed to be on it? Petition for women to stop going to the club until the couches are baddie real estate again. The boys pay for the couches. Those are your words. And since you use the term real estate, who does the real estate usually belong to? The people that pay for it, the person that paid for it. So how would the couches ever become baddie real estate again when you yourself said the guys pay for it? Are you paying for anything that someone else is gonna own? I wouldn't. And she handsome as fuck saying this, by the way.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
Even the handsome ones be stuck on Goofy.
Why would I come and the boys are on the couches? Getting on the couch used to be a bad, like you used to have to be a bad to be able to sit in the section on the couch. Like you could have been a cute girl.
I'm guessing she never did that then. She never got on the section and sat on the couch. She said you gotta be a bad bitch to do that. And yeah. I'm not seeing it. Are y'all seeing it? Maybe just me. Maybe I'm just hating.
Can't stop. Won't stop.
I don't know. Y'all let me know. I don't know.
What's up, nieces and nephews? Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and please share.
And you get into the section and you stand all night. You're standing.
She thinks that she's entitled to the VIP treatment when walking into the club, but that's not happening anymore. Dudes aren't going to be inviting a woman into their sections simply because she's a woman. Those guys have options and she doesn't fit the bill.
Now you go to the club and it's only boys on the couch. It's only boys. There's not even a girl on there. It's only boys.
She looking like the Crimson Chin. You remember the Crimson Chin? I think it's on the Fairy Godparents, the superhero. I am the Crimson Chin. That's what the fuck she looking like. She looking like the dad off American Dad or Joe off Family Guy. She got that kind of jawline.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
In the section standing on the couches. Mind you, I love the club. I love outside. I love the club. I used to go to the club 5 nights a week. Like, it got so bad, security used to know me by my first name, not check my bag, not check my ID, walk me in. That's how much I used to love the club.
Imagine living a life that is so boring that you need to go to a club 5 nights a week while also being on a first name basis with the bouncer and club staff. I don't think you could pay me to go to a club 5 nights a week. That is ridiculous.
But I went recently and I noticed 25 men sitting on the couch and all the girls on the floor standing around the table. And I could understand, maybe I got ugly. Maybe I got ugly and they don't want to let me on the couch. But there's not a single woman on the couch.
Those men are paying for those sections, and if they're paying top dollar to sit at a club couch, then they get to choose who's hanging out with them, and they are not going to choose a woman who's aged out of the dating market. That's just not happening.
Why would I, as a lady, pay $40 to get into the club with 1 hour left? I'm standing out. First of all, this is the type of club where you make a reservation and you get in free, but I guess you're supposed to get there before a certain time, but didn't specify that you're supposed to get into the club before a certain time. So
I'm pretty sure it specified that. You just didn't read the fine print, bitch.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
And you start stuttering and stammering like that because you knew you was lying when you said that shit. That's why she's like, well, maybe you ain't got this at the same time, but she know that's the case. She just because it says that shit when you register for free on the goddamn websites. They usually tell you to be there by 11:30, but you thought you was gonna get there when you get there, and I don't know. Pretty girl your way in. First of all, bitch, where your eyebrows at? Where are your eyebrows at? Anyway, smooth eyebrow ass, extra forehead ass, clean on looking ass girl.
Emotional damage.
Snappy turtle looking at eyebrow ass girl.
trying to show the guy my code. The one guy talking about, oh, you got a reservation? This hating other man talking about that's not good. It's $40. Why would I pay $40? Why would I pay $30? Why would I pay $20?
For all of the talk of modern women saying that a man is worthless unless he makes a reservation for a date, she's complaining a lot for not being able to make a reservation that she made for herself. Looks like she needs men to help her keep track of time as well.
I will say one major reason why I feel like New York City club culture is dying is simply because the men want to be the baddie. The men are dancing behind the DJ booths.
We already saw this goofy ass chick on the other one, so we'll skip by her.
Fun. They go there with the express purpose of being treated like princesses. They get free stuff, unlimited attention from men, and preferential treatment. But now that it's been taken away, they just can't handle it.
Women can't go behind the DJ booths. Women have to focus on things like the music, like the technicalities of the experience, rather than just thriving in the experience itself. And I didn't even know how many women were actually paying to party. Personally, if I have to pay, I'm not going. Where is the list? But a lot of women are paying to party. So now it's like,
hold up, adults ain't supposed to pay to party?
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
I can't believe how many women are paying to party. If I have to pay to party, I'm not gonna go. Well, stay your bonnet head ass home then. You bonnet head bitch. What are we talking about here? You ain't the life of the motherfucking party. And I bet somewhere in this average looking ass chick head, she probably thinks she a bad bitch. Now she got some big old lips, so she definitely good enough for the good old Pound Town.
I'm trying to take it a pound town. I'm trying to lay that pussy down on the ground.
But after that said and done, what we gonna do? What we gonna do?
Fuck you, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Back the fuck up. I knock the fuck out you.
Damn, man.
Hey.
well, men want to be the baddies. I have to pay to party. They're not really playing music that I enjoy consistently. I'm not having a good time. And if women are not having a good time, men are not going to have a good time simply because the women bring the function.
If a woman feels like the only way she can have fun at a club is if she's not paying for drinks and getting behind the DJ booth, then she's not capable of having any fun on her own. She needs someone else to pay for that experience.
Now this shit right here looks like a good time. This look like a good peaceful time. It says, you and the boys stay home and grill instead of going out. Good conversation, good food, cold beers. Sound like a fucking vibe, yo.
Boom, bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow.
See, women want to be the center of a man's attention, and the only form of pleasure they get in every smile. If a woman find out you enjoying anything else, smiling about anything else, laughing about anything else that's outside of them, that makes them very uncomfortable when they get weird. And they will take your masculinity, your sexuality, and all kinds of shit to try to get you to come back and make them your number one priority. But yes, staying at home with the boys on a nice sunny day like it look in this video, grilling up some food, talking some shit and drinking some beers, sounds quite pleasurable to taking some goofy bitch on a date that's going to give you conversation you don't want to have and eat and drink off you and get your sideways hug and go home. The fuck? Like, I done spent money, had fake conversation, and didn't enjoy shit about this whole shit. When I could actually kick it with the homeboy, eat some good food, barbecue, grill, and talk shit, and have a fucking blast. And if I need some cheeks after that, $40 make them holler. I'm just saying.
The clubs are the polar opposite of peace. They are dark, loud, cramped, overpriced. Men have found their peace by just enjoying their lives without the need to go to a place as crappy as a nightclub. It really is true how men can appreciate the simple things that life has to offer.
Went to Cipriani last night in Beverly Hills. The vibe was so dead. I mean, as soon as I walked in, I was like, oh my God. I don't know what's up with LA scenery. It's not it. Literally not it at all. After that we went for a drink to Gravitas, the private club. It was empty. So I don't know what's happening with LA, because the scene is just there's nowhere to go. People are not out. I don't know. I guess they're not going out anymore. Maybe a lot of people moved, but
no, it's plenty places to go. Stop the cap.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
It's plenty of places to go. Just in those places, it's not a bunch of weak ass men willing to spend drinks, bring y'all to their section, and finance you and your whole crew night. That's what's going on. Don't say it's not places to go. It's places to go, just not places where you finna get your dreams fulfilled and your motherfucking wishes granted.
Boom.
So go back and hang with that nigga right there.
the scene in LA is dead. Literally, I don't even feel like going out because it's just the vibes are off.
It has nothing to do with the city. It's the same anywhere you go. The nightclub scene is gone because nobody wants to go to them anymore, particularly the men. And the only ones who didn't seem to get the memo were the modern women who have been partying for well over a decade now.
So a few months ago, I made a video titled Dating in DC, talking about how there are more women than men at the club. And that gives them this disproportionate advantage where they now kind of act and behave as if they're the prize. And a lot of people either agreed or said that I was male-centered. And I basically was like, okay, I will never talk about this on the internet again. And then I was scrolling on Posh and I came across this.
Logically speaking, if clubs depend solely on men to pay for everything while modern women pay absolutely nothing, then men are technically the prize. It's the men who keep the clubs afloat, and modern women are being forced to learn the hard way that this is the case.
So apparently this weekend, there was this event called Women Love Beards. Essentially what it is, and I will read you the description from the organizers. Basically, they say in order to maintain gender balance experience, the men get in for free and the women pay $35 for entry. So this is the men's page, and then I'll show you the women's page. There's a whole separate page for women to pay to be in the company of men. Guys, I fear we've lost the plot. I mean, I get it. This is how they're solving for it. But when I said that there's a gender imbalance and it's making men act like they're the prize, this is what we get.
If women want to be in the company of men at the club, they are going to have to pay for it because men are done paying their high.
They had this event not too long ago, some weird event called Tall Guys Only. Something about tall guys. And it was really a stupid event because I'm pretty sure y'all heard all the stats on tall guys and know that the taller you get, the less percent of people that tall. And even just at 6 feet, with some of these women that say just barely tall or not really even tall, the percent of men overall, that's straight, gay, old, young, all races. It's not a lot of men that's percentage-wise. Single, married. You got to start taking people out the pot because of certain shit. So it make that small percent even less. But that's something else we might get into in a bit, because I do think I got a little clip about it I thought it might be funny. But let's get back to this.
hard-earned money to be ignored by those very same women who are complaining about having to shell out $35 to go to the club. It's that simple.
I'm gonna go to a club, I'll get a table and invite no women. I'm like, this is just me and my boys hanging out. We're having a good time. Like, I can't stand a promoter table at a club. Promoters are the grossest people on the face of the planet. Nobody likes you. People are pretending to be your friends so they can get a spot at your table.
I don't know anything about club culture, okay? I don't frequent it often.
It's awful.
I understand it's fun. There's girls here.
Not in LA. That's the thing about LA clubs. Nobody has any fun. Everyone goes to stand around or like be on their phone. It's the saddest thing you've ever seen.
If men are going out, they deserve to have fun with their buddies. They shouldn't have to go to a place to be ignored by women who are more obsessed with going on their phones and posting on social media than actually being around other people. But anyway, guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Click this video that's up on the screen now if you want to see more.
Salute to that channel right there. I forgot the name. It's some The Fiend. Taylor The Fiend. Taylor The Fiend. FIEND. Please subscribe to Taylor The Fiend if you like that content. You want to check out more of his stuff. I didn't really see much wrong with it. I liked it. I'll be back over there. Might even review it again. Who knows?
Oh my God.
Okay.
If you want to support, hit up my Cash App at $UncBe Streaming. Any donation will be greatly appreciated. Thanks in advance.
All right, let's get to part 2, of this show, I guess. We beat up the club shit. But the title says men are checking out and dating apps and clubs pay the price. So we talked about the club paying the price for man checking out. And y'all heard all the different examples and what's going on and the reasons why. Let's get to the dating apps. Because dating apps are fucking leaking money like crazy. They're hemorrhaging bucks. Their stock is plummeting. It's loss at the loss. They are folding. They are going down. It's a sinking ship.
Oh my God.
Well, you know how stuff go. Anytime a man got a standard or don't want to do something, it's gonna be demonized. So I'm pretty sure at some point tonight we're gonna hear something about dating apps are going down because men don't want to be on them because they sassy and they broke and they DL and they whatever, all that shit, right? The reality is men are stepping away from dating apps. And it's another thing, just like the clubs. When men step away, certain industries plummet. Cause I got a homeboy that's been recently divorced. Well, it's been a couple of years now. But right after his divorce, he got right back on the dating market. So he uses various apps and shit. So he be talking to me about, he's my field tester. He's my field tester for what's going on in the current dating market and how dating app stuff going on. So sometimes he just tells me stories. He send me pictures of the girls and their bio and the stuff they say. And we be just really kind of laughing and joking about it because some of the shit be wild. I mean, you got women out there with 4 kids, 4 baby daddies on dating apps asking for marriage.
No, God, please, no, 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 no.
You got chicks on those dating apps, 3, 4 kids, 3, 4 baby daddies, talking about they celibate to marriage. As if any man with half a brain finna wait to have sex to marriage with a woman that gave a nigga 2 or 3 kids, but he never gave her marriage.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
That's the kind of shit on dating apps. The kind of shit on dating apps is that men are stepping away from dating apps because a lot of women overvalue themselves. A woman that's a 5 thinks she's too good for a man that's a 5. Average woman thinks she's too good for the average man. Some women don't even be 5s, but think they're a 6 or a 7. So she's really a 4. Slightly below average. So, but since she thinks she overvalues herself, she's got down 4 that thinks she too good for a 6 because she really thinks she a 7.
Oh my God.
And the reason dating apps are going down and losing money, because just like buying drinks at the club, just like dates, women don't be spending money. Those milkshakes bring the boys to the yard. Just like women bring men to club. So they have that purpose. But the men is the ones that keep the lights on. And it's the same way with dating apps. Women's milkshake bring the boys to the apps. But the men the ones that keep the lights on. And once men don't think the juice is worth the squeeze, just like with the club, money start getting tight. Money start bleeding out. And because and this ain't the dating app fault, because they can't do nothing about the selection choices of women. So this ain't the dating app fault that men are falling out, unless the dating apps start lowering their prices. Because my homeboy, he on several dating apps, and he pretty much described most of them like this. You can make the app, you can put your pictures up. They like swipe left, swipe right, some kind of whatever shit like that. Hit a heart, whatever. Hit an X. And you get a certain amount of swipes per day. A certain amount of swipes before you can't swipe for 24 hours. So if you want more swipes, you gotta subscribe to the thing for a monthly fee, which I don't remember the prices of the monthly fee, but he said some of them can be $9.99 up to $29.99 a month, stuff like that. Also, he said on these apps, you get like roses or stars or hearts or super likes and all that shit, to where, because a lot of times, if you match on a girl, how does shit work? A lot of times if you match on a girl, she won't see that you matched her. And now if she see you and she like you, and then she swipe like, ooh, we both match each other. But there's a way for her, as soon as you match with her, you get highlighted and be like, I got a match from this guy. And that's like a super like. You got regular likes, you got super likes, but those not free. And just like the club, men are the ones that mostly buy the drinks and sections in the clubs, and men are the ones that mostly subscribe and pay for them apps. Because women is real quick to say, I ain't paying for shit. I ain't paying for no dating app. I'm gonna pay the super like a nigga. Because they so used to getting the attention and validation. Just like that lady said, she couldn't believe a world where a woman have to wait in line to get in the club or pay to get in the club. That world was like fucking the upside down and Stranger Things to her. So and men have realized that between the women swiping patterns or whatever, the way women swipe and the way they overvalue themselves in their choosing process, and the swipe per match percentage that men have, and when you add to what they gotta pay to do all this shit, the juice has been worth to squeeze. So men have been getting off dating apps, not buying the extra stuff, and using only what's free and things like that.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
It's like if they get 10 free swipes a day, that's all the swipes they gonna fucking use, because they ain't finna pay shit. Because why pay when I got a high chance of a 5 thinking she too good for me? So I got up some little stat type stuff, you know. Just dating app swipe statistics. It's a 2026 report. It says men swipe broadly, women swipe selectively, matches are scarce. And that, no, it's from 2025. Sorry, the last update was December 11, 2025. It got published on December 11, 2025. So it was about the year 2025. Matches are scarce. Outfits. Let's see. Key highlights. Men swipe right on approximately 46% of profiles they view on Tinder. So men swipe has. That's what they mean by men swipe more broadly. We not that picky. Oh, she cute, but I'll. Oh, she got big titties, swipe right. Oh, she got a fat ass, swipe right. Oh, she cute with big titties and a fat ass, swipe right for sure. Women swipe right on only about 14% of profiles they view on Tinder. So men swipe right 40% of the time, women swipe right 14% of the time. So that's leaving like what? 32% of men not getting a match when they swipe or whatever. I don't fucking know. It's a lot of dudes not getting a match when they swipe because the math ain't mathing. You dig? I'm not a mathematician and I'm high, so excuse me on that. But y'all get what I'm saying. So you got to remember, men are the ones that fund these sites. Just like the club, the bar, once men check out, money start getting tight. Women not finna pay for the super likes, the extra swipes. They not finna subscribe to see all that stuff. They just gonna sit back, be pretty, and wait for niggas to match with them. And the men they match on when they swipe, if they match, they match. But when dudes gotta pay, this 14% of women swiping right, that kind of makes paying not really look like a good thing. And that's why dating apps across the board, it'll be a Tinder, Hinge, OkCupid, whatever. They are hemorrhaging money right now. There's gonna come a time where they either gonna have to figure out a way or go out of fucking business. They have to cut staff. The times of dating apps are fading away. And that's because men say that shit ain't working. That shit ain't working. That it ain't worth the money. It ain't worth the time. It ain't worth the energy. And y'all got a shitty product too.
Oh my God.
You ever notice that? I'm gonna get into that later. So users aged 18 to 29 are the most active group, comprising 48% of dating app users. The average user spends approximately 90 minutes per day on dating apps. The average match rate on Tinder across all users is roughly 1.6.
Oh my God.
For men, the swipe to match conversion rate, meaning that when you swipe on someone, they are matched for you, it's roughly 1.6. That means you would have to swipe on 100 women to get a match, pretty much. That's nuts. Now, some dudes it's easier than others. We just talking all combined. Obviously, some dudes probably wake up to matches every day because they got the juice. You know what I'm saying? But you get what I'm saying. So the average match rate on Tinder across all users is 1.6. For men, the swipe to match conversion rate is 0.6. 0.6. You would have to swipe on like 120 people to get one match. God damn, I said it wrong. I said 100.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
That's fucking wild. And they wonder why they going out of business, because you got to remember, I'm reading what I'm reading and let y'all know what's going on, but it's a key component of this. Don't never let slip your mind, is that men are the one that keeps the lights on for dating apps. Men are the one that finance this shit. And so far, it don't look like the juice is worth the squeeze for men to continue to finance this shit. I just said, for men, the swipe to match conversion rate is 0.6. I just said men swipe right on approximately 48% of profiles, and women swipe right on only 14%. Men are 3 times more likely to swipe right than women on dating apps. But when you're having a conversation, when they be like, yeah, y'all too shallow and too picky, y'all are too, all y'all want is the bad bitches. How is that possible when we swipe 40% chance of times and 3 more times likely to swipe? Because we know it ain't that many bad bitches out there for that math to math. That mathematical math ain't mathing.
Emotional damage.
So let's get back to it. That's good information we got here. For women, the swipe to match conversion rate is approximately 10%. So women swipe on 100 dudes, so you'll get 10 matches. A man got to swipe on like 120 or 30 women just to get one match. And again, that is what it is. That's not the app fault, but the problem is I'm just explaining why men ain't funding this shit anymore. It's not worth funding. These outcomes ain't nothing you want to keep investing in. And dating apps are hemorrhaging now. They feeling this shit. So let's check out this little data key. This is also what's causing problems and causing a lot of the swiping, and it's all connected. 92.5% of heterosexual couples follow the male taller norm pattern. The male taller norm pattern. And you hear it all the time. I want my man to be taller than me because I like to wear heels. And that's understandable. If you 5'2", a guy 5'7" is taller than you. But that's not what they be saying. A woman 5'2" will say a man got to be at least 6 feet. And she'll call a guy that's 5'8" short, even though he can see the top of her head.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
And again, that's their right. That's their choice. They can do that. They can date like that, even if it don't get them any outcomes or just get them ran through by tall guys and passed around. Then they accuse all men of cheating because all 100 of them is fucking with the same 10 dudes. You know, that's on them, whatever. But we talking about how this affecting the dating apps. And again, it's not the dating apps' fault, but I'm saying how things are correlated. Because women think like this. They choose a certain way on the dating apps. And since they choosing that way, most people might not be that height or whatever. Then the men ain't getting no outcomes, so they falling away from the day naps, and now the day naps going belly up and upside down, just like the clubs, because men are over and done with putting money into shit that they're not getting the outcomes they want. It ain't no fucking dance floors in the club. Girls only want the guys with the sections. They stalking the guys in the sections, or you gotta buy sections and spend $800, $900, $1,000 in the club just to have a good time and possibly leave home with a bitch or possibly get a number. At the end of the night, you might get an IG, or you get what you get. Even way, it's a lot of money. And dudes like, you know what? The juice ain't worth the squeeze. The selection ain't really that good in here. Everything's overpriced. I'm staying home. And when men, like I said, when man back out of shit like this, that shit go upside down. So the club, the dating now stuff, why men are pulling back their money on it. A study found that 13.5% of women prefer to date only men taller than them. Approximately 48.9% of women prefer to date men who are significantly taller than they are. So some 13% only date, but of that 13%, 48.9% prefer to date men who are significantly taller. Almost 50% of women stated that they want their partner to be at least 5 inches taller than them to wear heels. They do got 3-inch heels out there, ladies. Y'all know that. But again, if you want to miss out on a whole good man that'll love you to death and take care of you and give you a healthy family and provide for everybody because of something like heels that ain't real and you could take off at any time, that's your choice and right to make it as an adult. And I'm all for it. If you like it, I love it. Let's have some more of it. But what we just talking about now is how just that thought process is the reason why men not on dating apps anymore. So men are generally open to a wider range of partner heights than women, with 37% men accepting any height. And one thing about dating apps I never thought was fair is that men got to put their height, but women don't got to put their weight. Oh my God! I think that'd be fair. Let both genders put their height and their weight, so you can kind of do some math, some body structuring, player build, imagining your mind. You know, we all know what 5'3", 220 pounds look like. You feel me? But they can't put that, because that'd be body shaming if women had to put their height on dating apps. But check it out, a man had to put his height on dating app is literally body shaming too, because his height, literally his whole body from head to toe. Your height consists of your whole body from head to toe. So how is it not body shaming for a man that had to put his height, but it's body shaming for a woman that had to put her weight? But I just think, both of them should put their height and weight and like have some picture examples to describe their body type, from muscular to just regular to kind of doughy to husky to big as fuck. And you get to pick your height, and then you pick that image. So you don't even need your weight. Just pick your height and pick that image that's closer to your body, and then let them do it like that. Since the women don't want to give out the numbers, it should be something like that. But anyway, men are generally open to a wider range of partners' heights than women, with 37% accepting any height. Yeah, most dudes, man, listen, we'll smash anything from 5'11" to 6'3" if she pretty, fine, got a big booty, and genuinely fuck with us. Some guys will go a little shorter because it is dudes out there with midget fetishes. I can't say that word. Little people fetishes. Emotional damage. Y'all know midgets got big booties. Don't play. Am I lying?
Can't stop. Won't stop.
Whew. Let's get back to it. On dating apps, 80% of users lie about their height, usually adding 2 inches. I wonder how many people alive they made you put weight on there and how many pounds would they subtract. Tinder users with a height between 6 feet and 6'2" receive 60% more matches than those on a 5'8".
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
So people 6 feet to 6'2" receive 60% more matches than people under 5'8". And the problem is that those 6'2" to 6 feet to 6'2" people are a smaller percent of the population. So they're going to be pleased with the app. But the majority of other humans, other men, aren't getting this 60% match rate, 60% more matches. So they're not pleased. So even if these other guys are pleased, but the thing about these guys, when they have these success rates, they're not paying for the extra features.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
See, the dating apps were doomed to fail. I'm surprised they paid it this long. Because the people that had success on them don't need to pay for the extra features. And the people that's not getting success, they only gonna pay for the extra features so long, because why pay for extra features if I'm not getting any success? So when you think about it that way, the dating app was already an animal that's eating itself from the inside out. And it just took a long time for it to devour its guts. And I think that's what we're witnessing now. They said the Napoleon complex suggests short men may be more aggressive, but dating data suggests they are more faithful. Shout out to the short kings. My fellow short kings, the Unc only 5'7". I'm think I'm shorter, but I don't consider myself short because I be taller than most women I run across. I'm definitely taller than my wife. She like 5'2". I'm 5'7". I can see the top of her head. But yeah, I'm below average height for sure, because I think that's like 5'8". So I'm 5'7". But you know, I don't think a lot of women, oh, you short, unless they just trying to be rude. Because now if you're a dude that's like 5 feet or some shit like that, we call that like that's too close to the average height of a woman. But that's a whole nother thing. But even those guys should be a better option to women than a tall nigga that got 39 hoes and ain't got no job and gonna cheat on her. But that's a whole nother conversation. You can't get them to realize what really matters at the end of the day sometimes. Surprisingly, 70% of women, that's not remotely surprising, by the way, 70% of women say shorter partner is a deal breaker, and nearly half prefer men at least 5 inches taller. So if you 70% say if you shorter, it's a deal breaker, and then 50% of them say 5 inches, you got to be at least 5 inches taller. So if she 5'6", you gotta be 5'11". She 5'7", you gotta be 6 feet. You can't be 5'10". She 5'7", you can't be 5'10". You gotta be 6 feet. I just never understand. Heels come off. You don't wear heels 24/7. To lose a man that God, fate, or destiny. This is the thing about God, fate, destiny, whatever you believe in. Those things don't care about your shallowness. They don't care about how shallow you are. God, fate, or destiny is going to put the person before you that it deems best for you. And if you choose to ignore that person because of your shallowness, you can't blame God, fate, or destiny. Your man was delivered. You chose to ignore it. So sometimes you might not get a second chance. It's people out there that missed out on the love of their life because she was 5'4" and he was 5'7". They done missed out on the man that would have treated them the best, treated their kids the best, respected them the most, and took care of them the best because of something made of plastic that they don't even wear 24/7. And that's a motherfucking heel. And then they also said that weird thing that they want to feel protected, but we know that ain't true because Gervonta Davis, who's like 4'4", 5'4", or 5'5", has knocked out many tall dudes. He knocked out every guy he fought, and most of them was taller than him. But that's a whole nother situation, right? So the data just keeps going. 40. I'm trying to keep it relevant to dating apps or just dating in general. Well, that's enough of that. So I read all that to show how with those kind of numbers, those kind of stats, those kind of circumstances, why would man pay into dating apps, right? Sound like a shit deal. Well, everything I read from the swiping preferences to the height stuff and how it makes the swipes a certain way for the majority of man, it kind of don't make it a sweet deal to take your fucking money, right? And pay into that shit. My bad, I hit the wrong button. So next we're gonna get into some some people talking about the dating app situation and what's going on. Because once man starts setting standards for themselves and showing a little self-respect, there's a group of people who get mad because you're taking away their oxygen. You're taking away their life force because they live off that attention, even though they don't match. You heard the percentage of men they match with. But when a dude pull away from that, they mad as if a nigga want to keep swiping 130 times to get fucking one match. Let the man buy out with grace and self-respect. But no, they want you to just keep on getting their abuse. They don't want you, but they want you to keep swiping on them so they can get the validation. Got another match. Don't like them though. Got another match. I must be the shit. Swipe left though. Got another match. No, fuck you and your dopamine dumps, bitch. Them dudes said no, especially when, again, men the one that pay for this shit and support these apps and keep the lights on. Y'all on here free and want the person that spend the most money on these apps to stay on there. Now, I get why dating apps want them there because they know y'all cheap ass ain't finna spend nothing. Just like clubs, dating apps the same way. They know if they counting on women to keep the lights on, it's about to be real dark real soon. Because y'all pride and ego don't allow y'all to spend money on anything that's going to attract or bring a man in because y'all don't want to compete and y'all think it's beneath y'all to swipe that motherfucking card unless it's a nigga that you already fucking and deeply in love with. And sometimes y'all don't even want to do that.
No.
same men you meet in real life. There's a grocery store. It's the same men you meet in real life. There's a grocery store at your job. They're in your DMs. They're at brunch, at the gym. They're outside. The app isn't the problem. The patterns are.
Like, is it happening? She responds to the conversation. I'm like, all right, what's going on? This never happened.
Scrolling trans woman.
I've learned. I've been ghosted so hard that I had to check to see if my phone was still working. And my personal favorite, I'm actually moving overseas next week. It is with reluctance and mild emotional exhaustion that I announce my official retirement from all dating apps. After an adventurous decade, I have decided to hang up the swipes. 10 years, thousands of profiles, hundreds of matches, enough dates to write a thesis, no tenure. I've laughed, I've learned, I've been ghosted so hard that I had to check to see if my phone was still working. I've survived, just got out of a relationship, not sure what I want, and my personal favorite, I'm actually moving overseas next week.
Wow.
This decision did not come lightly, but after years of investing my emotional energy into people who don't really check this app, I feel it's time. I'll now be taking questions from the media. Yeah, you.
Hi, this is Fred from Hinge Weekly. Can you clarify what ultimately led to this decision?
Yeah, thanks, Fred. I've got to say, burn. Burnout. At some point, you've realized that you've explained your hobbies to more strangers than your own family. I simply ran out of creative ways to say that I like the beach, fitness, and good coffee. Yep.
Ken here from Ghosted and Confused. Was there a specific moment that made you realize it was time?
Yes, Ken. Well, it was actually when someone asked me, so what are you looking for on here? And then unmatched me immediately after I answered the question. That was my farewell tour.
Wow. Playing games.
Yep.
Dan from the algorithm department. Do you feel like the apps failed you or did you fail the apps?
I think we failed each other, Dan. I gave them my best photos and they gave me people that live 3 hours away and just seeing what's out there. This will be the final question. You.
Jason from Are You Still Single? Is this a permanent retirement or just a break?
Well, at this stage, it's an indefinite retirement. I'm definitely not ruling out a comeback, but only if the industry improves. And by industry, I mean people that are intentional about dating and aren't just on the app for validation. That's important. That's it for the questions. I'd like to thank the dating apps for the memories, the emotional resilience, and of course, not least, the character development. This is not goodbye forever, but this is goodbye for my mental health. Thank you. No further questions.
Buy that man a beer. Buy that man a beer. He sounds like he fucking need it, yo. Salute to him. Yo. I ain't got that experience. But I got homeboys that's going through it. And I'm not a self-centered asshole. So I know how to empathize without having to actually go through some shit. Because I'm not a fucking sociopath or a narcissist. But that was comedy. That was satire. But he was also being dead fucking serious at the same time.
No, he's trying to do it in a joking and kidding way, but he said a lot, right? I'm sure he said thank you for the good times. Why? Because on the dating apps, that's why I say what I say in my videos all the time. There's always going to be a couple of those lucky ones. There's always a girl giving it up. But let me tell you what happens. It leads nowhere. Why? That's why he said at the end of the day, they're saying, I'm not looking for nothing. You think it's men more that say that. No, it's mostly ladies that say that. But it's not only the older guys.
Waste of time in this generation. Again, this video is for the dudes. I don't know if you guys have been having the same exact experiences that I've been having with dating apps, but it's dreadful. It's genuinely a waste of time. If you think you're gonna meet a meaningful connection or a wife or a girlfriend on these dating apps, you are strongly mistaken. Like, I never really considered myself truly shocked until I started going on dating apps. It was truly humbling. Like, it will have you analyzing every picture you're in and judging everything about yourself.
Like, damn.
Why can't I get a single girl to like me?
Am I that shocked?
Again, hopefully I'm not alone on this, but throughout the many times in my life I've been single and I've been on the dating apps, it's so bad. It's like I get one like a week, maybe one like every 2 weeks.
Wow.
Fucking maybe one like a month. Like,
on any of the apps. Like, it's really humbling. It's actually, it makes you feel extremely insecure. And then you be going back and analyzing the fuck out of your account. Like, am I trying too hard? Do I look desperate? Oh, do I look weird in this picture? Oh, maybe I shouldn't use this picture. Maybe I should use another picture. But no matter what you change, you just cannot get a single match or like no matter what. And I don't know what it is. Like, dating apps make me feel like I'm a 2 out of 10.
Like, I know I'm shocked, but I don't think I'm that shocked. You know, like, I feel like I could
still pull here and there. And when I go out to the bars, I can pull here and there. I pull some cute girls here and there, you know? But on the dating apps, it's like the only girls that like me
look like Mark Henry with a wig.
No offense.
Over 200, 300 pounds.
That boy said Mark Henry with a wig.
No.
So this brother's saying pretty much, he on the dating apps, and what he describing is lining up with the stats I just read earlier. He said he might go a week without a month, 2 weeks without a match, a month without a match. He said he swipe, and ain't getting no nothing. And like I said, men usually pay and keep the lights on for these dating apps. And that's why the company's in panic mode right now, because of men like this getting the kind of outcomes. Was anything about his outcomes something that you willing to pay for? They might get you at first when you get on, but from what he said, he been on these apps for a while, and the outcomes he getting ain't some shit you want to continue to pay for. We don't let Young Blood cook. It's Insomniac Theater for all my night owls. We out on these streets.
What's up, nieces and nephews? Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and please share.
If you want to support, hit up my Cash App at $UncBe Streaming. Any donation would be greatly appreciated. Thanks in advance.
We're going to let this young blood get back to it, though, and tell this story.
No offense. That's not my type. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for an active, cute girl that likes to go to the gym, shorter than me preferably. That's it.
Not Mark Henry with a wig.
But the other day, I finally had a girl send me a like, and I got mad hype because I looked at the preview and I was like, damn, she's actually cute. So I was like, swipe right. I matched with her, sent her a message and everything, started the conversation. She responds to the conversation. I'm like, all right, what's going on? This never happened.
Then I go to her profile, click on her profile.
It was trending.
Scrolling. Trans woman.
I know it.
Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take? Give a nigga a break.
Look at old boy sitting in the chair. He cracking the fuck up. He about to fall out his chair laughing at this shit.
Like, I showed him pictures of the girl, and he was like, yeah, she's that cute. He was like, nice girl, it's a nice man. I'm like, I know, right? And then I had to let him down later and tell him that I was like, again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. That's not my type. I go after biologically born females, women. I'm straight. I'm pretty religious too. So that would kind of be against my religion to go after someone that was biologically born a male. Again, they're female now, sure, but it's just not my type. And of course, that's the one girl that likes me. I get a lot of gay guys and LGBTQ that go after me.
I don't know why. Maybe I look a little sweet.
But damn, I felt bamboozled. Like, I have a stable finance job. Sure, I'm 5'6". I played Division I soccer. I have a great personality. I know I do. But hope can't get a single date on these dating apps. And
Heard it. He 5'6". Going back with the stats and everything's correlating and lining up with what I read earlier. And again, the women got the right to choose who they want, like what they want. This ain't about the women right now. The only part the women play in it is they the ones that men on the apps looking for. But this is just about how the actions of the women make the men not want to be on the apps. And that's why the dating apps are in a bad place. Dating apps are in a bad place now. And they either gonna have to lower their prices, fire some staff, because they can't make the women pick nobody. So they can't fix that. They can't fix your swiping ratio. They can't fix your swipe to match conversion rate is not gonna get fixed. So if they want to keep these men on board spending money, they're going to have to lower their prices drastically, not even in half, by a fourth. For them to, with the outcomes they're getting, if you want them to pay, you're going to have to lower your prices by a fourth because they're not going to stay around. They'll use your app for the free services. Like I said, if they get 20 swipes a day, once 20 up, they'll wait till tomorrow. I mean, what's the point of spending for unlimited swipes when you got to swipe 130 times to get one match? And that person, when you message them, they might not never message you back. Or y'all have a conversation for 3 or 4 days, then they'll just start talking or some weird shit like that.
I don't even know how guys manage to get any dates on these dating apps. How are y'all even getting dates?
He said it right there. He said he's 5'6". And you know what's so funny? I'm sure he doesn't lie in his profile. He doesn't come across like one of those guys that feels he needs to lie to get a girl. Now, the thing that kills me is there's ladies out there that are 5'2". I see it all the time in the streets. I'm in the Philippines right now. My wife's sister's like 5'2". You know, they have husbands a little bit taller than them. It's fine. Out here to do that, it's fine. In the West, no. Because they all want someone, and not even all the time, over 6 feet. But they want, like for instance, the little braids he has. Not good. It's covering his face. It throws him off, right? Then on his profile, he has his height. So girls are just skipping him over.
Can't even get matches. And I'm friends with a few girls. Some are cute, some are, not as cute. I don't know, maybe they're just not my type, but for me, I just wouldn't date them. But I was interested in seeing what dating is like for them, what their dating apps look like. Tell me why, when they show me their dating apps, it was like, it didn't even matter if
they were cute or not cute. All of them had thousands of likes
in their queue. So many options. Like this one girl I'm friends with, looks-wise, she's all right. She's not really my type. I wouldn't really go for her. But she showed me her account.
She had 1,900 likes. 1,900 guys
sitting in the queue.
that she could just wait to choose from to go on a date with.
Wow.
So let's do the math here. If a girl that looks all right has 1,900 likes, and you are not in the top 10 or 5% of attractive looking guys, and you're sitting in a queue of 1,900 other guys, what are the odds of you actually getting a chance with a girl that you might not even be interested in?
Facts. On these dating apps, girls that 4s or 5 got more emotion than dudes that's 6s and 7s. And probably dudes that's 8s. I know several female friends they talk about that out here dating and talk about stuff or back on the market, and they be like, I be having 99 plus messages just waiting. I can't check all that stuff. Those are the kind of problems most dudes wish they had on these apps. They said stuff like they gotta pause their app because they getting too many messages. They gotta go through and just delete them all because they not gonna read them all.
Now think about the girls that are in the top 10, 5% of attractiveness looking for girls. How many likes do you think they're getting? They might be in the multiple thousands. They might have 10,000 likes sitting in the queue. We're cooked. So you can keep trying to like the hot or the cuter girls, but I'm telling you now, she's not even going to see that you sent her a like. She's not going to see that you sent her a super like or a rose. You're cooked. All right, buddy, I'm sorry. It's over. So yeah, at the end of the day, dating apps are just a waste of time. You have a better chance.
See, that's that shit I was talking about that you got to pay for. See, he probably did it. Super likes and roses. And that's how they get their money. Because those super likes and roses it highlights your like. When you send a girl one of those, she know for sure you liked her. She get alert that this guy super rose my picture. This guy rose my picture. This guy super like my picture. And the other guys, when they like her, it don't highlight as much, or she don't see it until she see their page or something, or run across them and then she swipe on them. It just front lines you. And women ain't paying for that front lining. Why would they? Think about it. He just told you how average girls be having mad likes. So when you got more likes than you want, why would you pay for any additional services? So again, the men are the ones that keep the lights on at the clubs, and of course, as you see on these dating apps. Women don't have to pay for extra likes. They got too many fucking matches already. They don't have to pay for super likes. But the dudes do. But once the dudes realize this shit ain't working, we take our ball and go home. And that's what's happening. And I'm telling you, the numbers are horrendous, yo. I saw a study on the number. These dating apps, listen, it's almost over.
Of just, pulling up on a random girl in a grocery store, library, out in public, in a coffee shop, the bar. Don't do dating apps. It's rough out there.
Dating apps, right? And I was wondering how they were getting on. So the other day I was thinking about dating apps, right? And I was wondering how they were getting on. And it turns out that they are not doing great. Bumble's actually down 92% since it first went public. And Match Group, the company which owns basically every other dating app, is doing pretty badly as well. People are falling out of love with dating apps. And this is affecting Gen Z in particular, who are becoming less likely to spend money on the apps. In fact, Forbes Health ran a survey and found that 79% of Gen Z respondents had reported experiencing some form of dating app burnout. You might have even seen that the companies have resorted to some interesting marketing techniques. For example, Bumble got in trouble for some ads that they ran trying to convince women to no longer be celibate, I guess.
Yeah, I remember
People
that.
weren't too happy with these adverts. Now, this is a far cry from the promise that dating apps made for us. When they first launched, it would be difficult to believe that...
Guys, and shout out to this creator. Definitely subscribe to him. His name is Fads. He's on YouTube. I had to go into this video because he breaks down statistics, and I feel a lot of you guys need this because it's horrible out there. He shows how the dating apps pretty much want men back. You saw already.
I'm not gonna throw a jacket on the dude in the black, but I hate the way he talked with his hands and arms. Fellas, don't do that. I ain't saying gesture with your hands sometimes, but he a little too flimsy. He moving his arms like, I'm just gonna say it like Sharon. I mean, you can do stuff like this and this and this, especially if it's a passionate argument, but he's kind of being like the wacky inflatable man outside of the car dealership.
How men are saying it doesn't make sense for me, but he breaks down the numbers and breaks down everything that the last guy just explained.
Around a decade later, they'd be launching $500 a month membership programs. If we try to understand how we ended up here, we maybe can come to some interesting conclusions, not just about these apps, but maybe about human relationships more broadly and the assumptions that we might make about each other. The first thing that's worth explaining is that the decline of these apps is in large part a signal of broader trends in technology. There's this idea of enshittification, the phenomenon of online platforms degrading the quality of their services over time, leading to an overall decline in user satisfaction and overall value. This is something that's really broad across technology. It is best characterized through Airbnb, starting initially as a promised land where you could rent out a spare room at the fraction of the cost of a hotel, but ending up in a situation where people are paying $200 cleaning fees and have curfews and service fees for a rental. The most egregious example of enshittification is BMW, who in 2022 launched a subscription to just unlock the heated seats that were already in the car. Dating apps are not immune to this problem, as fundamentally they are technology companies. The most obvious manifestation of this enshittification is the idea that subscriptions are king. I don't know if you know this, but Tinder actually has 3 separate subscription options on top of the $500 a month subscription plan. These look more like insurance plans than dating apps. Dating apps have not become immune from this subscription mania, and their monetization strategy has led to them feeling more like a gacha game. If you don't know what a gacha game is, it's a game that uses like a loot box mechanic where players buy in-game currency and use it to gamble effectively. In fact, Tinder actually rolled out its own in-app currency.
That's what I was gonna say. It seems like microtransactions, man. It seems like they're using like, and that was before, kind of like how the kids be on Roblox and Fortnite, and your little cousins or sons, if you got them, and nieces and nephews be wanting fucking Robux and V-Bucks and all that shit to buy skins for the game, and you paying $19.90 for 3,000 in Robux, and they can only buy like 1 or 2 skins. Yo, tell me about it, JM. I don't know, man. $500 a month.
What the hell?
I'm paying $500 a month for a day nap. They got a guarantee. I fuck at least 2 new bitches a month, or I get at least 5 really good fun dates a month, or I just get me a girlfriend for show that's breaking me off within a month. Shit. Oh my God. What are we talking about here?
That you could use to buy special features that would increase your chance of finding love. It's a very overt shift towards gamification, towards implementing game-like mechanics in a non-gaming environment. The literal CEO of the parent company of Tinder is a man named Bernard Kim, who was the former president of Zynga. If you don't know who Zynga are, they are the company that is responsible for all of the worst mobile games. You know, the ones that look like this, right? And it's no surprise that these mechanics have been transferred directly from mobile games, which are some of the most addictive games in the world, to dating apps. This idea of gamification, broadly put, is simply just driving engagement and driving usership, not by providing a service, but by hijacking your brain's reward circuitry and making you addicted to the app rather than enjoying the app. As these apps have become increasingly gamified, people have responded much how they would respond to an actual game, by trying to exploit the mechanics of the game. In the world of dating, this manifests as hinge hacks. So there's this whole world on TikTok, which I didn't know about, of people sharing techniques and tips that you can use to make your experience of using dating apps.
Hinge hacks.
Oh my God.
What the? We all listen. Nieces and nephews, my fellow insomniacs. We all learning some shit tonight. I don't need this shit because I'm not single, but this shit is quite fucking interesting still. And for the single people that still using these apps, get your fucking notepad out. Get your pen, I'm gonna give you time to get your pen and your pad. And if you're watching on your laptop or computer, get your phone out and take some notes and replay game. Y'all take notes so y'all see this. Cause these motherfuckers about to give us some hinge hacks. And I don't even know what the fuck that is. But we about to learn today.
It's a little better. Some of these things include refreshing your Hinge feed by threatening to delete your account, which supposedly flags Hinge and makes you way more likely to show up in other people's feed. Other people's decisions.
Wow, so you have to threaten Hinge to get some results. That's crazy. So you see.
Oh my God.
Is it really that serious? Is it really that hard out there for a pimp? It's hard out here for a pimp when he trying to get the money for the rent. It's really that hard out there for a pimp, people. You gotta thread hands to get them to fucking reconfigure your profile.
The last guy just explained how easy it is for ladies. A guy would have to do this. And that's why guys feel it's not worth it.
After the first one, what's up? After the first one says, dating apps is 100% a waste of time. I agree with you. Tell us in the comments why you say that, though. I want to know why you say that. And I'm not saying you're wrong. I just want to know why you think that. Because I fucking agree. And I can tell you why. And I was saying it why in the whole video, so go back and check it out. But yeah. Y'all already know why I think why. But I would like to know why you think why. See if great minds think alike, you know?
Let alone their guys anyway. It's hard. It's so much competition. And then this.
Have been things like choosing to use AI wingmen to create a profile that is optimized for these algorithms. Enshittification isn't necessarily a complete explanation, though, because despite the fact that many other services in technology have been getting worse and worse, the companies seem to still be doing great. And there are some unique dynamics of these apps that make them especially prone to collapse and that can help us understand the mass exodus. Part of it is simply the fact that these apps promote the idea that they'll literally change your life. Hinge, for example, markets itself as the dating app designed to be deleted, which is an extremely big promise. It's a promise that I personally, as a cynic,
After the first one says, dating apps are designed to make money. Facts on facts on facts. So if you find someone that is one less customer. So he said they made to make money. So if you actually get a girl, that's two less customers, though. That's a good point. It's not one less customer, it's two less customers. Because if you find a chick And then you on the app, and then you bag her, both of y'all getting out the app. Now, the chances that the woman was spending money on the app is way slimmer than the chances you were, but she still is a potential customer that's lost. So we're going to say every time a couple meet on the app, that's 1.5 customers they lose. Can't get a woman a full point. It's 1.5 customers because, you know, they don't like to spend money on shit like this. So yeah, it's definitely designed to make money. That's why they need women, but they eat off of men. To the point, sometimes I honestly believe that they possibly would go to lengths to make a bunch of fake female profiles so that men can think that their site is cracking more than they did. I think some came out about that some years ago, where the vast majority of dating profile on those apps were actually fake. And you seeing all these pretty women and swiping and paying for additional swipes and super liking and yada, yada, yada. And it ain't no real person at all. But the app might really be dead. But it looked real live because all those fake profiles. Because they needed to look live with women to bring the people in that's actually willing to pay, which is the man.
I feel like isn't necessarily true. Hinge is owned by a $9 billion company. So, you know, I don't think they want you to delete any of their apps. I should mention that I try to consult a variety of sources, and sometimes that leads you, especially with dating, down some uncomfortable rabbit holes. And so I want to maybe address a few preconceptions that people can often have after having had a bad experience with dating apps.
So JM says AI is going to make it so much worse. Fuck yeah. Because they're going to have it to where when you match with the fake profile and then you say hey to it, and then the profile say hey back, and then you say, how's your week going? And they be like, fine, it's going well. How about yours? You're like, it's okay, I'm just ready for the weekend. You got any plans for the weekend? I don't know. You know, I might just hang around the house and clean, or I might just go out. And you think you talking to a motherfucking bitch.
Emotional damage.
But let me tell you how you can tell that's fake, fellas. If you text her and she reply back fast after texting you, also, if she's actually having a coherent, interesting conversation, as if she's into what you're saying and giving you good feedback and asking follow-up questions, you're probably not talking to a real woman. See, AI is good at communicating, but sucks at communicating like women. They can't add that one component of women in their communication that women have. The AI can't recreate that, and that's being a boring bitch. That's being extremely self-centered. Don't let me start making jokes. That's being extremely like, and we all know when you go and date some women that you got to lead and drive the conversation. If you don't make the conversation fun and interesting, it's not going to be. Most women, not all, but far too many, are go on dates and sit there and cross their arm and like, okay, make it fun, make it interesting, make it entertaining. And if you don't have the fucking swag, the riz, the charisma to make the date fun for two people, they will go home and say how boring and lame you was, even though they didn't even do their help. We don't even need you to fucking do 50% of make the conversation, make the day fun. But can you give a nigga 30% and I'll do the other 70? Like, I can't be just joke after joke after joke. Who the fuck you think a nigga is? Kevin Hart and Cat Williams? I can't be just sitting here entertaining you. I'm not a motherfucking court jester. I'm a goddamn man.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
And not an enjoyable experience for anyone, regardless of gender identity. Around 80% of women report feeling some level of burnout, and around 74% of males report feeling some kind of burnout as well. The unenjoyable experience is pretty evenly split across the aisle. We have some very different problems that occur, but no set of problems is one more significant than the other. Interestingly enough, men outnumber women 3-1 on Bumble and Tinder, and yet women report higher rates of negative experiences. That's not to invalidate the...
Yeah, it's because ladies all want the top guy.
I was about to say that. They report it's more men on the apps. Women are getting way more swipes and way more intention. But if they can't get the exact man they want, then it's the worst shit ever. But the problem is often it's not that they can't get the man they qualify for. They mad because they can't get the man they want. But what women don't like to understand is that the man you qualify for sometimes ain't the man you want. You could be a 5 and think you're supposed to get an 8, but you're really supposed to be with a 4 or 5 or possibly a 6 if you got a good enough personality. But they don't want to accept that harsh reality. And it's some men out there that moving just as delusional. But I noticed in my 47 years experience as Unc that men are a little more realistic with knowing where they sit in things. Because honestly, realities don't allow us to be delusional. If a man is a 4 but think he an 8, he finds out real fast that he's not. And how does he find that out? First of all, his homeboy is going to talk shit to him. They're going to roast him. And he find out from his outcomes. But the thing about women, a woman that's a 4 can get meat now, just meat from a man that's from 1 all the way up to 10, depending on what time of night it is and how many shots of tequila he had. So they purposely often like to choose to confuse sexual attention with relationship attention and act like because they got this wide plethora of men that'll do them, that's like means their desirability level is that wide also. What would date you ain't the same thing in the dating market. And they know that fundamentally, but accepting that doesn't fit their ego and their narrative and will hurt their feelings. So a lot of people choose to be purposefully ignorant when it comes to stuff like that.
If you want to support, hit up my Cash App at $UncBeStreaming. Any donation would be greatly appreciated. Thanks in advance.
And they always say they feel like there's not enough hot guys. To them, all men who are not in makeup are not hot. Like you have to be perfect jawline, perfect face. You have to say the perfect things in your profile, then perfect height. Then they have to want to bang you. I did a study, well, not a study. I showed a guy that did a study on this, but that's what it is. Ladies their brains are fried and they don't realize it. And they're used to complaining. That's the natural thing to do.
The fact that men obviously have incredibly high rates of negative experiences, but rather to emphasize the fact that nobody enjoys the experience of dating apps. The grass isn't greener on anyone's side. Men are far more likely to experience feelings of rejection, feelings of being ignored, whereas it seems like the issues that women report are more, well, they're different. They're different at least, right? So a 2023 survey found that over half of women under 50 who'd used dating apps had been sent a sexually explicit message that they didn't ask for, which I think is an insanely high statistic. But generally, the issues that lead people to feel burnt out are more broadly the failure to find a good connection, being ghosted, being lied to, feeling rejected, and having boring or not substantive conversations. Now, let's maybe understand a bit more about the user experience and what kind of leads to these super high rates of dissatisfaction and whether dating apps are actually benefiting from this or not. Because it seems like they aren't benefiting from this huge level of dissatisfaction that people are.
No, they're not. They're not benefiting because men are saying, fuck that shit. The juice ain't worth to squeeze, and I'm not spending my money anymore. And again, women leaving dating apps not going to affect their pockets as much as men because women get so many swipes and matches that they don't have to spend a penny. It's like the club. Women get in the club free. Women go to the club. Women don't got to go to drink, don't buy their own drinks a lot of times. But men pay to get in the club, buy themselves drinks, they buy sections, and they buy women drink. So when the men stop showing up, the money stops showing up. And that goes for clubs and dating apps. And that's why right now here in 2026, they are struggling and suffering and hemorrhaging money like a motherfucker.
Damn!
Stand your ground, fellas. Stop spending your money on shit that don't serve you. Real talk.
Tactical nuke incoming!
We're going to get back to the video, but I want to emphasize that statement. Man, stand your ground. Stop spending your money, your time, your energy on shit that don't serve you. If you're going to these clubs and you seeing the same shit all the time and not getting the outcomes you desire, if you only can get women attention when you spend $300-400 on a section and then another $350 on some bottles, and if you're not that guy, you're invisible. If you're not the guy goofy or willing to spend that much on a section in a little bullshit club, means you turn invisible, then you might as well stay your ass at home. For real. Because you're not getting what you want out of the experience. So going there, paying your $20 to get in and buying their $7 beer and $15 shots just to be ignored doesn't serve you. Same thing with dating apps. Get on them, use them, swipe, whatever, but use only their free options. If you run out of swipes, fuck it. Wait till you get some more. If you really see a chick you like and you want to really alert her and catch her attention, don't buy no super like, no rose, no nothing. If she like you, she like you. If she don't, you don't. Because you'll spend the money, get that shit, and super like her, and she still don't like your ass back. Now your money gone. If a chick, because super likes and roses are pretty much like somebody standing up and saying, look at me, look at me. Listen, if she's not attracted to you, you screaming, look at me, isn't going to make her any more fucking attracted to you.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Sometimes, shit be hard to accept. But truth is the truth.
Experiencing. I want to explain a little term from economics called adverse selection. Planet Money wrote a little piece explaining how adverse selection might be an important factor in understanding why dating apps have gotten so bad lately. It's possible that dating apps face adverse selection. Basically, a new app starts up and hopeless romantics looking for real love begin flocking to it. But so do sleazy types who lie on their dating profile. Over time, the earnest daters go on a bunch of bad dates, encountering people who have no interest in real relationships or whose profiles are completely misleading. Like lemons driving good cars out of the used car market, maybe sleazeballs push great catches out of dating apps and ultimately ruin the quality of the whole app experience. So people go to a new app in the hopes of finding something better, and the cycle starts again. This idea of adverse selection.
Sleazebags ain't running them out of nothing. They're running to sleazebags. It's way more good, loving, nice dudes than not. It's just that those good, loving, nice dudes might not be over 6 feet, have a six-pack, have a bunch of tattoos, dreads, or whatever the ladies into, super strong jawline, whatever the fuck little shallow thing they want. Not saying they unattractive guys, not saying they fucking 5'1", but they might be 5'9", 5'10", decent looking guys, average build, nice hairline, just normal ass niggas. But they get ignored. So most of these men are trash. No. You can't say most men are trash when the reality is most of men are invisible to y'all.
Oh my God.
Now, most of the men that you fucking chase, pursue, and get your pussy to, they might be trash. But if your pussy keep attracting trash, that might make your pussy a trash can.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Oh, shit.
Say hello to my little friend!
I'm just saying, people.
What's up, nieces and nephews? Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and please share.
Is basically the idea that people can take advantage of, the meta on dating app to promote themselves as something they're not, and ultimately lead honest, well-intentioned users to feel like the apps don't have any other honest users.
You see what he said? Push themselves off as something they're not. I don't want to say it. You guys already know. This stuff writes itself.
Because they're only interacting with people who know how to game the app. This is this whole idea of, hinge hacks or using AI tools to beat the system. It doesn't necessarily make you a better person on a date.
JM, you called it. You called it, brother. You called it. You called it right here. AI is only going to make it so much worse. But that's the communication part. But I also think it's people out there using AI to write their messages or their greeting messages or perfect the perfect message and all kinds of weird shit like that.
Oh my God!
But it makes you more representative of what the market supposedly looks.
And we're not going to start with the, visual adjustment to pictures that AI and also filters, which in my opinion is damn near a form of AI, or if it, at least AR, artificial reality. I don't know, filters. That ain't you, bitch. That ain't you. I remember back a long time ago when I was single, and I told this story before. I'll tell it again. Met a girl on Black Planet. Black Planet. That's how you know Uncle met a girl on Black Planet. And she didn't have a picture. But it was way before dating apps, and I didn't it wasn't, Black Planet wasn't really a dating app per se, but everything, we turned everything into a nigga turn IG, Snapchat, everything turns into a dating app. But met a girl and she didn't have no picture, but I didn't understand how pictures work, but she had a description, and the description was fire. She said she was 5'2", caramel complexion, long hair down her back, 120 pounds, with hazel eyes. I was like, oh my God, bad. Oh, this motherfucker, 5'2", caramel complexion, long hair down her back, 125 pounds or 20 pounds, some shit, hazel eyes. I was messing her. We going back and forth. I invite her over. She's like, I'm outside in the parking lot. I walk out to my car. I'm happy to the motherfucker. Like, ooh, wee. Goddamn Maya finna be in this motherfucker. 5'5" with brown eyes type looking bitch, Shit, I'm trying to be like, my love is like, whoa. I'm about to get Maya in this bitch. What? 5'2", 120, 125 pounds, long hair down your back, caramel complexion, brown eyes. Woo! I walk out there and still. She like, hey, I'm over here in this black car. I walk over, she get out. This motherfucker look like a Lord of the Ring goblin.
Fire!
That bitch look like Uncle Festus. Uncle Festus off the Addams Family. In the face. But she didn't lie. She didn't lie. She was 5'2". She was caramel complexion. She had long hair down her back. And she was like 120, 125 pounds. Everything she said was true, but it was put together real fucked up. But she listed all this great shit, and because of my imagination, I envisioned it going together the way it should. It's like this one girl I used to know in the Army. She had all the stuff. She had really, really good, long, pretty, long, pretty, really good hair. Like she had Indian in her family, Native American in her family, right? And she was like high yellow to red bone. She was a red bone, really long, good hair. She had some pretty fucking chestnut eyes. And she was about 5'4", maybe like 125, 130. But she was cockeyed in one eye and had bad posture like this. And she had a little hump in her back. But if you got to straighten her up, get her eye fixed, you would have had a fucking 8 easy. James says Black Planet was hitting back in the day until it wasn't. Did you chop her down though? Nope. But she sucked my dick.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
Cause I'm a bandit. If I'm a bandit now, y'all know I was a bandit when I was single. What? I ain't doing that kind of stuff now. But once a bandit, always a bandit. Shit, you know I had to get some of that. She was over there. She came. She done lied to me and brought her little ugly butt in my house, in my room. So I had to get some of that.
Gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing.
Y'all heard her?
Gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing.
But nah. I didn't cut though. She wasn't, you know, I like talk shit about women and I call them handsome. I couldn't even call her handsome. That motherfucker was straight up ugly.
Looks like to someone who's just downloaded the app. And it makes people who download the app feel like everyone is awful. There is a way to actually minimize these bad apples. This is something that's actually been done before. If you can give the users as much information as you can, they can make more informed decisions, right? That's intuitive. However, the more information you provide to those users, the harder it makes for the app to be gamified because they can't rely on the fact that you don't know things about other people. This is most clearly shown in the fact that Hinge's premium program, Hinge Plus and Hinge X, they both allow you to actually add more information about yourself. They allow you to filter your dates by location, by activity.
Now, you see that there? When it said send unlimited likes, who needs to send unlimited likes? You just saw the guy explain that, right? The ladies don't.
X. You get put into that shit, they limit your likes and you want to pay for unlimited likes. And that shit ain't gonna work because not having enough likes ain't the problem. I mean, you can play the numbers game and swipe on 240 bitches for 2 matches if you want and do that unlimited, but you know, yeah, paying for that, yeah. Paying for that much rejection? Paying for that much rejection?
Stop it. Get some help.
Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take? Give a nigga a break.
Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take? Give a nigga a break.
Don't have to get a top account, but what it does, the apps, they're for the men to send unlimited likes. Ladies just receive the likes. With it being 3-1, it's not in favor for us. It makes no sense for any man to be on a dating app. That's why I love that men are now starting to hold the line and say, I can't be there.
And to fine tune exactly what you're looking for, which inevitably leads to a better dating experience and reduces this problem of adverse selection. And this isn't just theoretical. We can take the example of OkCupid, which has actually gone through a bit of a transformation from being a dating app that dealt with this problem of bad apples a lot better than the new school of dating apps into gradually becoming another Tinder clone. I found this comment of someone who described their experience, and I think it captures quite well what's going wrong with these apps. OkCupid used to be really great before they were sold off to Match. Match is the company that owns Tinder and Hinge and all of the other ones. It was a pretty simple concept that worked really well. Start people off by forcing them to answer at a minimum like 25 matching questions around things like politics, religion, handling money, hygiene, etc. Core factors that people would consider when dating, essentially. But the kicker was that you also got to specify how you would like your potential match to respond to the same question. And you got to weight that response based on how much you cared about that particular question. After about 25 questions, you could always get a large enough sample size to match people, but it worked best at matching people that had answered over 100 questions each. It was like magic. Anyone with over an 80% match on that site always ended up being a surefire, amazing conversation. What this person is describing, without necessarily realizing, is this idea of adverse selection, right? The idea that just by having more and more information about who your potential matches are in terms of their interests, their likes, their personality, you can basically make dating app be fun.
Yeah, he right. The more information, the more you can fucking handpick your person. But the problem was that these new apps was making you pay to get access to that information or put out that information. And the ones that was primarily paying was women, because men didn't need to know all that information to swipe right on them. All they had to be like, she pretty, she fine, swipe right.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
Like I said, they waking up with 99 to 500 new messages every fucking morning. A dude should be dry as the Sahara Desert. So they think paying for these features so they can pinpoint their match and find somebody with more similarities to them gonna increase their chances. But it's really not. It just gets your fucking money, because the women that the men that the women are matching to ain't got shit in common with them. They just like the look of that nigga. So if they, my point is, if they don't like to look at you, the look of you, buying all these extra features ain't finna increase your chances. If they don't like the look of you, that shit ain't gonna help. And that's what men start to realize, and that's why the dating apps are in panic mode now.
Over the issue with it is that they become a bit too good, right? And you end up in the situation where every person you match with is actually a pretty good person, and you're therefore extremely likely to quit the app. The ideal situation for these apps is this weird middle ground where they want you to find someone you like, but not too often, and not someone that you like too much, because then you delete the app. But they don't want you to have zero matches, because that means that you'll delete the app super quickly. That's kind of the optimal model of a dating app, what's called a variable ratio reward, where you get a reward at an unpredictable interval, and you get a reward that's big enough every time to keep you chasing the next one, like a slot machine. And they're playing this like balancing game, and they're clearly not doing a very good job at it. When it comes down to it, ultimately, people want what they've always wanted, which is meaningful connection with others. And
yes, they are playing a balancing game, and they're not doing a good job at it, because to a degree it's out of their hands. Because too much of it is based on the human factor, and that human factor is the female dating and selection process, which is very unpredictable, and women don't even understand themselves. outside of the fact that they often want something that they ain't qualified for. They often have overvalue themselves and see that matches somebody that's not. So because of that unrealistic fucking ideology, it's throwing a monkey wrench in the dating app system, because they got a logical system, but you can't base your system on some irrational, unpredictable people that don't make the most logical decisions. And that's why this shit is doing what it's doing.
I think the real danger here is that people have been generalizing their experiences on dating apps as broader generalizations of how, you know, quote unquote society is today. And I think that's a big problem, because I would hope that most of us understand that, say, social media isn't necessarily a one-to-one representation of how people behave in real life. If you took Twitter posts, for example, to be
I don't know if this, I don't think he realizes what's happening in the date market. So, yeah. No offense to this guy right here. He's a creator, great creator. He definitely took his time and put some work in on studying the apps. But men know what's up. And I think he knows as well. It doesn't make sense to be on a dating app. When it's 3-1, it's just not fair.
The same men you meet in real life. They're at the grocery store, at your job, they're in your DMs, they're at brunch, at the gym. They're outside. The app isn't the problem, the patterns are. What the Dating App Chronicles does is break down the behavior. I talk about communication patterns, boundary tests, and emotional availability. I talk about consistency and effort, and those patterns show up whether you meet a man online or in the wild. Deleting the dating apps won't delete the dysfunction. The discernment has to travel with you. So whether you meet him on a dating app or you meet him in Target, the question is still the same. How does he show up and how do you respond?
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense. Most ladies use the dating app as validation tools. That one guy with the dreads broke it down so good. He said he saw his friend's app and she had around 1,900 likes and she's about a 3. Girls' heads.
That's something I say. I ain't saying no 3, and I ain't saying no 1,900. But I definitely had female family members and homegirls, especially when I was in college. You know, I went to college at 35. Well, I did college while I was in the military. I took a lot of courses, a couple semesters worth of courses while I was in the military. But because of work and deployment, I really couldn't go to school full time the whole time I was in. So when I got out at 35, I was like, okay, let me go ahead and finish up this degree, which was good, because since it was good, I already had college. Because after I got my bachelor's, I could have went and got a master's, but instead I went to film school and got an associate there, because I had enough time. After I had my bachelor's, I had enough time left to do some other shit, because I didn't use the whole 36 months to get the bachelor, because I already had previous credits, which helped a lot. But yeah, so I was 35, but I was in college with people from fucking 18 up to, you know, way older than me. But there was plenty of people there in their mid-20s and 20s in the good dating ages, and they used to talk about shit like this, yo. And you know, all right looking girls, 5.5, 6s, that their dating apps was that their shits was off the charts, yo. For real.
It's souped up. Let me tell you what happens. Those girls' heads are souped up, so they'll bump into a guy who's most likely a Chad, because they all are pushing like on a Chad, right? So he's smashing everything. So a Chad will smash a 3, right?
But I'm pretty sure we get the gist of all that. I think everything has been explained very well and very thoroughly, and I think the show went rather smoothly today. I think it was a good deal. It's 4:33. I'm not sleepy though. That's the problem. That's the problem with Insomniac Theater. We up. But at the same time, I think I'm finna reposition myself and do some other things that interest me. So with that said, we're gonna run this real quick right here and let y'all, and we're gonna hit this right now.
What's up, nieces and nephews? Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and please share. It really helps the channel out, and you already know. I appreciate y'all big time. I'll catch you on the next one. Stay cool.
Type shit.
Stop playing with me, Drake.
DJ K. Come on, I'm doing up shit. Fuck all that young shit. I'm cool with shit. Type shit. Activities. I'm doing shit. Fuck all that young shit. I'm cool with shit. Type shit. Activities. Posted up on the island with a bitch. They call me cause I ain't on that dumb shit. Yeah, I'm rich, but act broke with a bitch. Duval day, I really do it for the kids. Getting checks, never gotta work a job. No Viagra, dick still get hard. I can make your auntie swipe a credit card. OG in the game, realest that you ever. Aunties get down on the floor. Show these poor ass hoes how it go. Back it up like Freak Week 94. Is she under 24? It's a no. Come on, I'm doing shit. Fuck all that young shit. I'm cool with shit. Type shit. Activities. I'm doing shit. Fuck all that young shit. I'm cool with shit. Type shit.
Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take? Give a nigga a break.